I forgave you. I just don't want you near me anymore.
Yeah.
See, people confuse forgiveness with reconciliation. Like, just because I let go of the anger, I'm supposed to let you back into my life. That's not how this works. Where I come from, forgiveness is quiet. It's personal. It's something a man does so he can sleep at night. But access is earned. And once it's lost, it doesn't come back easy. I can shake your hand and still never sit at your table again. I can wish you well and still keep you at a distance where you can't touch nothing I built. Because I remember the disrespect, the moves, the way you carried yourself when you thought I wasn't paying attention. See, I don't need revenge.
Yeah.
Time handles that. All I need is distance.
Yeah.
Because a smart man doesn't hate you, he just removes you. No noise, no drama, no second chances, just a closed door and a lesson you don't get to repeat. So understand this, I forgave you, but that don't mean you get to stand next to me again. Yo, it's your favorite
Had to play that, y'all. Had to play that. My bad, y'all. What up, my people? It's your boy. I said it's your boy. Back at you with another one. Here at the Next Level Sports Lounge. Y'all know how we do it over here. We just be kicking. We just be sitting there kicking, y'all. Go on get the drink. Go on get the smoke. Pick on them house shoes and sit back and enjoy the Sports Lounge. Y'all know how we do it over here. And as usual, we have the panel. We have the panel here as usual, y'all. What's going on to everybody? How's everybody doing? How's everybody mentors and dentals on tonight? How's everybody mentors and dentals? We got Blue Virus, we got CZ, we got Randy, we got Evil, Jesse, and we got Oscar too. Oscar's in the room. We got Oscar in the house. We got everybody in the house, y'all. How's everybody doing? How's everybody mentors and dentals? Evil and Jesse, how's everything going on with you, my guy?
Can you hear us, Jesse?
You're on mute, Jesse.
It never sounded so good.
Oh, one finger, Randy. Good evening, gentlemen, ladies. I hope you guys had a great day. I'm having a great, fantastic day. Finally, my little demon, 3-year-old demon granddaughter is upstairs asleep because she was driving me crazy, but that's what granddaughters do. Other than that, I want to enjoy the show. Please, people, be respectful. Do what you got to do. Respect, like I said, say what you want to say, as long as it's not disrespectful to either us or the fellow members in the chat. All right, let's do this.
Let's see, Randy. How's your dentals and mentors on today, Randy?
Doing great. That storm that was supposed to hit here, we were supposed to get 10 inches. We got nothing. So the storm kind of dissipated and moved on by us. So everything is great here today.
The only
CZ.
job that pays.
CZ, how's everything popping over there with you, my guy?
It was a good day. I was chilling and everything, ready to talk about some George Pickens today.
Blue Virus, how's everything going on over there with you, my guy?
Oh, going pretty good, man. Just chilled, relaxed. Didn't have any work today. They called me out. They said nope. But today I just kind of did some other shit, played some video games, was lazy. And now we're up on here talking to the chat. Welcome, chat. Thank you for showing up. Like always, I'm glad. I know it's a Wednesday. It's kind of oddball day that we jumped on. Normally jump on Thursdays and Fridays or Sundays and Mondays. But yeah, we're here today. Let's get this started. And yeah, I'm ready to talk some George Pickens. Oscar?
Yeah, glad to be here. You know how it is with me. Worked all day, but always happy to be here with family, and the chat is part of our family, and I look forward to this. Believe it or not, like Lou says, it don't matter what day it is, whether it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We always look forward to get together, talk with us on the panel, on the chat, and talk about whatever it is, whether it's Pickens or the Eagles, Washington, the Giants, whatever it comes up. We all talk about it because we're all family here. So let's get it going. Lloyd?
Yeah.
Everything is good over here with me. Trying to been working, but other than that, I'm good. I have no complaints. Blessed. Me and my family. I'm blessed with the brothers that I have here. Uh, what we've created here on the Next Level Sports Lounge. So it's a blessing. Baby's good. Wife is good. Son is good. Everything is popping over here. You know what I'm saying? I've been enjoying every bit of my life. Even though you got bumps and bruises, I've been enjoying it. But hey, you can't complain about it even if you wasn't enjoying it. But it is what it is. Glad to be here on tonight. We missed Monday. Had things going on Monday, weather and things of that nature. But we're here tonight, and we're gonna talk football. We're gonna talk football. Let me get to the chat before we get started. Oscar keeping it, holding it down in the chat,
Like always.
along with CZ.
CZ, yeah.
Comic Flick, what's good, my guy? Always. Jimbo, what's good, Jimbo? Logan, what's good, Logan? Let me see.
Jimbo.
Chris May, what's good, Chris May? Blaze, what's good, Blaze?
Blaze, what up?
Bobby Schmurder. Oh my gosh, what's good, Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby.
What's good,
damn it,
Bobby?
God.
God damn it, Bobby.
Low Eagle, what's good, Low Eagle, man? Low Eagle in the chat, y'all.
What up, Low Eagle?
Let me see. Make sure I get everybody. Make sure I get everybody. It's everybody. Vinny, what's good, Vinny? Vinny in the house. So y'all, here we are. And we had some things said about when it came to will George Pickens show up? Will he even participate in any drills and on the franchise tag? And he showed up. He participated in the drills. He did an interview. He said he's all about winning. Of course, his agent told him not to show up to the voluntary OTAs and not to show up there. He didn't. But he said he's all about winning. I don't think that he would have signed the franchise tag if he wasn't going to show up. He said he ain't doing no holdout or no hold in. He's here, and it's all about winning, and that's what he's been speaking about, and that's what he said in his interview. I don't know if you guys watched his interview, but it's on DallasCowboys.com. He on his business. It's all about winning. Here with the team, we have no drama going on at this particular time. Not saying that it won't be none in the future, but we have no drama. George Pickens is here. I don't like the fact that he called his agent the boss. I don't think that the agent works for you.
No, the agent works.
The agent don't. Yeah, the agent can't fire
You're the boss.
You
You're
can
the
fire
boss.
the agent.
Yeah.
I don't like when he said that, but I mean, you can't ask for nothing better. He's here, no drama. He ain't sitting on the sideline on his back or not just talking about his back hurt.
Yeah,
he's actually participating in the drills. He actually caught a touchdown pass from Dak in the end zone and did the dance like he always do, celebration like he always do. Out there having fun, all smiles. He said he's about winning, no holdout, no hold in. He gonna be here. So what y'all feel about that? And we're gonna start off with that. What do y'all feel, Randy? What you feel about that?
Well, here's what I think. I think he got a lot of a bad rap in Pittsburgh that he didn't deserve. You know, when you don't when you play on a team and you don't have a really top 20 quarterback while you're there, I'm sorry, but that's Pittsburgh's fault. And for some reason, Pittsburgh doesn't handle receivers well. And when he came to camp, and he was professional when he was talking about, I want to win. I want to be with these guys. I believe in my heart that he really wants to be in Dallas. I don't think he wants to go anywhere else, because if he had, he wouldn't have shown. He might have shown up, but he wouldn't have went through drills. He went through all the drills except for some of the drills where he even said, "Listen, I know the drills. Some of these rookies don't know the drills. They need to know better than I do because I already know them." So, in my opinion, everything that he said yesterday was very, very professional, and I'm glad he's here. Um, and let's go Cowboys.
And before I
Oh,
move to the
man.
next person, Low Eagle said Cowboys going 15-2, both losses by the Eagles.
I'm good with that.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Let's go.
Yeah, I saw it,
Hell,
Low
I
Eagle.
take that. I
I
take that
saw it.
right now.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. Hey, and Manuel Ocho. Let me tell you something. Manuel Ocho. I don't know if y'all listen to him on Speakeasy.
Yes.
He was speaking before George Pickens showed up at camp. He had to piggyback on what he said yesterday, when he saw Pickens out there, because he said Pickens was going to show up, but he wasn't going to run no drills. He wasn't going to put on no helmet. He wasn't going to do none of that. George Pickens did all that. He had to piggyback on what he said. He did all that. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying that George Pickens that was dumb of George Pickens to do. He should be holding out or holding in or however way, because what if this happened to him? What if that happened to him? And so forth and so forth. But he had to piggyback on what he was saying, because he was talking real stanky over there. He was talking real stanky over there. George Pickens ain't gonna do this. George Pickens. Y'all have to realize George Pickens didn't get no millions of dollar contract when he was signed as a rookie, when he was drafted. We all want him to get his money, but y'all think George Pickens was going to pass up on $27 million and he's playing with the best quarterback he's ever played with? That's not finna happen. George Pickens said, "Okay, I got a bad rep in Pittsburgh because of what they put out. I'm gonna show y'all that that's not me. I'm here." And he said, "I'm all about winning. I want to win. I want to come here and help these guys win." George Pickens said that. George Pickens, what up, Joe DeMasi? What's going on, my guy?
What's up, Lloyd? How you doing, bro?
Nephew.
I'm good, man.
Nephew.
How are you?
Oh,
What up, Jesse?
What you got to say, Joe?
What's up, Oscar? Nothing
What's up,
much, man. I think GP's going to take the Dak route. I think he's going to play this franchise tag out, and he's going to get more money like Dak did.
Yep. And if they decide to franchise tag him next year, he ain't gonna play on it. I don't think he's gonna play.
Yeah,
on
no, yeah. That's when you'll hold out. I agree with you. Yeah.
Oscar, what you got for us?
Well, you know what? It benefits him to stay here. Like, Jimbo made a comment that I don't think he's happy about it. And it might be so. He might not be happy about it. I believe there's some truth to that. Nobody wants to play on a franchise tag. God forbid they get hurt, injured, or whatever it might be. Everybody wants a long extension and guaranteed money so they're safe and guaranteed for the rest of their life with their family. And I agree with Jimbo. Maybe he might not be all happy, but he's there and he's got to make the best of it. Now it's up to him, and if he messes this up, he's only messing himself up. Not only not getting paid by the Cowboys, not getting paid by anybody. So it benefits him to show up and say all the right things and say what he's supposed to say. He's I understand what you're saying. He wants to show up and he wants to win. Every player does. But, every player's got a little selfish streak in them. And I believe this is a little bit, on his end saying, listen, this is a good position for me. Let me come here, keep my mouth shut, do my best, play. Hopefully I get paid. Dak has gotten other players paid. Schultz talks about it. Other players talk about how they all got paid with Dak. You can say what you want to say about him in the playoffs. We're not talking about that. We're talking about him putting up good numbers in the season and making players play better and making them get big contracts. So that's what he's hoping for. So there's a little selfish streak in it, but that's all good. He's supposed to. He's supposed to take care of his family and come out and show out at the same time. So it's good for both ends. And like Randy said about a month ago, if he decides to act up, he's going to hurt himself. He ain't hurting the Cowboys. We'll move on. We'll forget another wide receiver, maybe not as good as him, but he's only hurting himself. He's 24 years old. Let him play on the franchise tag. Like Joe said, I don't know about next year. He might, if he gets another 1,400 yards and then they want to stick him with $30 million, he might not want like that much next year. But let's worry about this year first. So if he balls out, he'll get paid. Whether it's from the Cowboys or somebody else, he'll get his money. So it benefits for him to show up all 17 games, keep his mouth shut, and be the best player he can be for himself and the Cowboys. But for himself first, he's got to take care of his family. So in the meantime, hopefully we can benefit and win some games. That's all.
Jimbo said, Lord, that sounds good and all, but what makes you think JJ won't just tag him again? JJ isn't just gonna let him walk to another team if you don't want to pay him. That's what I'm saying. If George Pickens goes out and ball out again like he did this year, he's not gonna play up another franchise tag. He ain't. It's no reason or no need to.
It's just about what I was going to say, Lloyd. 3 boxes that need to be checked. 1, speak your mind, but be correct. Check. 2, let your manager speak for you and do his job. You're paying for that money. You're paying that. 2, now the last one, the important one. Go out there, prove yourself. Not for this team, for others and other teams. Watch you and say, "Whoa, we got to pay this man or get him." So you got 2 of the 3 boxes ready. Now he's got to prove it.
Logan said, before I move to the next person, my bad. Logan said, question for the panel: what if Pickens be a diva? Would you still want to pay Pickens?
But he hasn't been a diva. Like, what kind of diva you spell?
Like, he's never
a wide receiver.
He's never been He's never been a diva.
Do you know who?
So
do you know who played the best against Philadelphia last year? Do you know who played the best receiver against Philadelphia last year? No other than George Pickens.
Oh, besides.
So give me him every freaking game.
Yeah.
Look, George Pickens remind me of Dez Bryant, y'all.
He does.
He reminds me of Dez Bryant.
And this offense hasn't had that big type of receiver. I feel like that's what really brought us over the top last year offensively.
Yeah.
He needs to stay focused, and he needs to stay focused. You can't have
I think he'll be on his best behavior for the money. So I think there'll be no problem.
It has to be.
He would be a fool to mess this up because his next contract's going to be crazy. He's going to be getting over $160 million and 100 guaranteed. He's got to understand that 24, 25 years old, the money that is.
What's up, Mulligan has it figured out.
Yeah, he knows.
He balls out. Mulligan's going to make Jerry pay. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I got no problem with it. And if Jerry don't want to pay, let him get his money out somewhere else. But as far as he's concerned, he's got to be on his best behavior. Like Jesse said, he's not only on display for the Cowboys and try to make them, but he's on display, right? He's showing his, talents to the highest bidder for next year. Whether it's the Cowboys, whether it's Washington, whether it's whoever it happens to be, he's got to do it for himself. And in the meantime, hopefully we can benefit from it. That's all I ask. Do your job, be on your best behavior, and then hopefully it'll all work out for him. And in the meantime, win us some games, which he has helped us win some games last year. I watched the video today on a couple of games that he helped us win if it wasn't for him. So hopefully he can do that more often this year.
What up, Will Santiago? What's going on? See, this is the thing when it comes to George Pickens. See, George Pickens is, for one, another reason why he's out there is because of the tender that he was on. Teams wasn't out there trying to offer what he was looking for. If they were, then he would have got signed. You got to think about that too.
And there are a lot of teams that need receivers too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Raiders with Mendoza coming in. I mean,
Oh,
people
yeah.
need receivers.
So, Lloyd, you're saying there was other teams that were interested in him, but the people that they didn't want to pay what he was asking at this time.
What I'm saying is, teams were not interested because they wasn't trying to pay. Look, Denver went to get. If you had to choose between Jalen Waddle or George Pickens, which one?
Right, I got you.
Teams went after Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore. They went after those receivers. Well, nobody trying to pay Pickens the type of money that he was looking for, his agent was looking for, because he only did what he did 1 year, and he was looking to set the market with what you did in 1 year. Now, if George Pickens stay being George Pickens and he goes out there next year and does the same thing, the market is going to be high for George Pickens. Teams are going to offer him contracts. Whether the Cowboys sign him or not, it's teams that's going to be interested in George Pickens. If he go out there and have another 1,400-yard season, if he go out there and have a 1,200-yard season, teams are going to want George Pickens. As long as he ain't with the drama shit and he keep doing what he's been doing since he's been here in Dallas, teams are going to want George Pickens, period.
All right.
So you're saying one more good year, then people are going to want him.
Yeah. That's all I've been saying.
That's more of a prove it year.
One more year.
Prove it year.
Then he's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
it's
like
not
this.
just it's
One
not
year
just,
was
it's not
one year
just
was
Dallas.
like.
It's not just Dallas. Other teams want to see him another year too. But honestly, I think
one was out whatever year.
I think Lloyd's right about this offense. You know, Dak's got to be efficient. Dak's got to be kind of, like, I don't need Dak going out there throwing 4,500 yards. You just got to be efficient.
You want to know something, Joe?
Get behind the run game, man.
You want to know something?
Your boy Blue, he's got to step it up, man.
He will, bro. He will.
Yeah.
Just like Pickens, like I said, Pickens was gonna, not go and eat lunch. He's gonna go to practice and do this stuff. He wasn't gonna sit out. I told him this, man. Pickens isn't that kind of guy. Everyone thinks he's like that same typical young, Pittsburgh guy, like Oscar was saying. It's like why is everyone? Or Randy was saying it. It was just like I don't understand it. It's like why? It's like it's a person. They're divas. Everyone's a wide receiver. Is a diva. They have that little diva attitude. That's why they're wide receivers. They want the ball. They want this. But he's not exactly. It's not him being late. Everybody's late all the time. So it's just like not every team has that one person's always late. Not just Pickens. So just to point out that's just stupid. And he actually plays well on the field. So his numbers proved it last year. Was it 1,400 or
Yeah, 1,400.
Yeah, 1,400 and nine touchdowns.
9 touchdowns, yeah. 9 touchdowns.
So that's just like, and
without him, that was with our red zone. That was with our red zone problems. We got to get to him more in the red zone. Yeah,
those were deep. Those are all deep.
They need to use him more in the red zone, like the Rams used Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Yep.
He got over 700 yards and 14 touchdowns, and 12 of them went in the red zone.
You know who's going to help with that is our boy Trigg. He's going to help in the red zone. Michael Trigg. Yeah. Let
me go back to something that Lloyd's been saying. He was saying about the decision making. And that's 100. That's going to help Pickens. It's going to help CD. It's going to help the whole offense. But he's 100% right. Dak's got to be better with the decision making, especially in the red zone. I watched the video the other day, and they were comparing Lamar Jackson to Hurts. And I'm just a messenger. And they were saying how Lamar Jackson is more talented than Jalen Hurts. I didn't agree with it, but this is what they said. I'm just a messenger here. And they said the difference between Hurts and Lamar Jackson is that Jalen Hurts is a lot smarter player, because Lamar Jackson is one of those players like Dak and Josh Allen and certain players that feel they got to put everything on their shoulders and do everything. And that's where they make mistakes. And that's where the decision making comes into question, and they make stupid decisions. That's where Jalen Hurts separates himself for everybody. He might not be as talented at certain plays. I'm not comparing him to Lamar Jackson. That's not what I'm doing. That's just
you're right.
The messenger. I said he's not. He's. I'm not. He's. What separates him from Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and all he's smarter player. Whether he throws the ball away or he throws it down the middle, he doesn't take chances. Whatever his reasoning is, he's very smart with his decision making. Whether people are happy about it, they don't like it, it doesn't matter. It works. So that's the difference. That's what Dak has to start doing. Be smart with his decision making, like Jalen Hurts is. So does Lamar. So does Josh Allen. It seems all these other quarterbacks seem to have a problem when it comes to big game because they feel they got to do everything themselves. So that I just bring up what Lloyd has been bringing up the last 3 shows.
Little Dallas Cowboy, what's going on?
What was the one thing you Dallas guys? What?
Go ahead, Jess.
Yeah, Jess.
What is the one thing you guys, all you Dallas fans, are saying? What the one thing you guys are saying? 2 words about Dak, and I'm telling all of you, no excuses.
Yeah.
No excuses.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
Jesse,
No
Jesse,
excuses.
part of that is
No excuses.
part of that is I feel the defense needs to make more takeaways this year. In Dak's 6 playoff games, I think the defense only has 4 turnovers, 4 takeaways. That's not good.
But Oscar also made a great point. When the thing about in the red zone, and you have to point these things out. Jalen Hurts took what the defense gave him.
Yeah.
You have to point those things out. He took what the defense gave him. He wasn't trying to force none, like Oscar said. Dak take it upon himself to try to put things on his shoulder, and always looking touchdown, every play touchdown. No, you can move the ball to get a touchdown. You just move the ball down the field. Everything don't have to be a touchdown play. Jalen Hurts just took what the defense gave him.
Right.
So I understand what Oscar was saying when he brought that up, and that's true. That's true. He just took what the defense gave. It was times when Dak, he had his running back coming out the backfield in the flat, and he's still looking downfield, looking for a big play.
He's still looking for CD. Yeah, exactly.
Everything don't have to be a big play. What's going on, Drew? Everything don't have to be a big play. You take what the defense give you. That's what makes you more efficient. That's what makes you more smarter when it comes to your decision making. This year is all about Dak's decision making. His decision making is what's gonna take us to where we need to be because he has to be smarter with the ball. You more than a vet right now. You have to be smarter with the ball. If you want to take this team on your shoulder. Then
especially with deep receivers too. Yeah, especially when you have these receivers.
By knowing what you have.
There you go.
Knowing that coverage is going to be out there on those receivers. So you take what the defense give you. Everything don't have to be forced. Don't force it. Just take. Sometimes it's okay to take the check down. Sometimes it's okay to run for that 5 yards for a first down and run out of bounds. It's just okay. Sometimes it's okay not to check out of a play when it was a run play. Dak did that a lot in the red zone. People don't realize it. Dak did.
Drew is right in the chat. He's saying the red zone is the difference between you being 7-9-1 and 11-6. Yeah, he's right.
I mean, that's something he always said. Yeah, that's something he always said. You can't knock. We never knocked it. Well. Yeah, we never knocked it. I never knocked it. Red zone was a problem. We relied on our kicker. We relied a lot on
that was the problem. I agree with you, Lloyd.
Yeah, Aubrey was
and they just are like, oh yeah, he could kick 60. Let's just run it 3 times, or let's just it's just stupid.
We're not here to make field goals. We're going to make touchdowns. Yeah, that's what that's what I was getting irritated with too.
Field goals don't win your games, guys. Field goals don't win your games.
We've seen field goals win your games, so don't say that. Just field goals help win a lot of games. But
you gotta score
on field goals.
Touchdowns too, buddy.
I'm not saying rely on. That's what I think. He's saying you can't rely just on.
Yeah, you can't rely on field goals. Yeah. It's always good to have a good field goal kicker. You just
that's what I meant. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
I agree with Drew in the chat, but then I was also saying too the defense has to create some scores for you. Last year we had no scoring. Our scoring defense was 32nd. I'm pretty sure.
Field position was terrible because of the defense. It was just terrible. It was
Right,
just
it was always terrible.
Patient. Yeah.
and hey, look, um, I am gonna play Christian Parker's interview. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Say what you want. Call me a homer, call me whatever you want to call me. Putting them on this pedestal, however way you want to say it, however way you feel, I'm gonna play it because I love everything that this man is doing since he's been with a part of this team. You can't take away my joy. I'm sorry. You can't take away my joy. He's gonna have to show me that he's not this. You can't take away my joy. I'm sorry. Everybody disappeared. Where is everybody? Oh, West Virginia. What's going on, West Virginia?
Right here.
But yeah, man, I'm telling y'all, like having a lot of people, and I was looking for my video before the Next Level Sports Lounge got to the point to where is it now when it was just me. I got a video where I spoke about our running back. All right. I didn't want no more running backs. I was fine with having Jaden Blue, Javonte Williams as our starting quarterback or running back when everybody else was saying we needed more running backs. I like Javonte Williams. I like Jaden Blue. I like Phil Maffa. I like even having Malik Davis in the Miles Sanders situation. Wasn't expecting him to get the playing time that he got, but I was fine with our running back room because you can have a running back room. Your running backs can be by committee. That's one thing about this league has shown. Your running backs can be by committee. And I was fine with it. I'm fine with our running back room now. Everybody talking about, let's go get an Alvin Kamara. Let's go. I'm fine with our running back room now. Alvin Kamara don't even want to play no more if he ain't playing with the Saints. Why we go get this man? He talking about retiring if they let
His
him
legs
go.
are shot.
Yeah, I agree, Jesse. Yeah, I mean, he's been through a lot of miles.
His legs are shot.
Yeah.
Why would you get him?
I'm saying we might as well just had kept Zeke Elliott if we're gonna go get a running back this leg shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm fine
jeez.
with-
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm fine with Blue. I'm fine. Let's go on. Get a veteran somewhere, but like not that guy.
I don't want another running back on this team. I'm fine with Javonte Williams. I'm fine with Jaden Blue. Phil Maffa. If you want to keep Malik Davis, okay, I'm fine with that too. Of course, we got Hunter Lipkin, who I think they need to use more than what they do. But I'm fine with the running back room. Running back room is my least concern.
Yeah.
Right.
Javonte Williams ain't
Same with the receivers. To be honest, I mean, Fournoy had 500 yards last year in the slot, and he was splitting time with Jalen Tolbert and Turpin. Give him a full year, Fournoy's about to be cooking, bro.
Yeah, Flournoy. I'm fine with the receiver room. I'm fine with this.
Receiver room's fine. Yeah,
I'm
and
fine
Holden's
with
going to come in and make some noise too. I think from Oregon, that guy.
this if he don't get cut. It's a possibility. Jonathan Mingo might be gone.
I like Holden.
Trayshawn Golden might be gone. It just depends on. See the battle they brought in. What's his name? Smith.
Anthony Smith. Yeah.
Anthony Smith. They brought him in.
Uh-huh.
So it's gonna be a little battle right there at the wide receiver room when it comes to Trayshawn Holden, Jonathan Mingo, and Anthony Smith. It's gonna be a battle right there. For that. I don't want Kamate Turpin to play. I just don't.
Me neither.
Me
neither.
Turpin?
Kick return and punt return.
Vinny from Jersey.
What up, Vinny? I just want him to.
What up, Vinny?
You gotta say Vinny from Jersey, though. That's how
You know what it is, Lloyd? I'm at a point, like Joe said, let's see what we have. Let's not stop panicking. Oh, I want this guy. I want this guy. I want that. Listen, I would love Brooks on this team. That would make me feel a little bit more comfortable. But let's see what we have. Then we can decide. And like CZ says, it takes a few weeks to see what this defense is, what direction it might go. Good, bad, or indifferent. We're going to see. And then you can start making decisions. And then maybe at the trade deadline, you can add somebody like we did last year. And then you can, keep building and building. Sometimes overstuffing and putting too many, we got a lot of young players that we need to see what they're about and develop. If we're going to stop bringing all these veterans in, how are we going to let these kids develop and see what we got? We're never going to know. By the time we can use them and help them develop, then we got to pay them in 4 years. So, sometimes you got to see what you have and work with it and see where it gets you. And if it doesn't work, keep building and keep fixing it. I have no problem with right now where we are. I mean, yes, would I like a little bit more talent on the defense? Like you always say, you need the talent to win. I agree. I agree 200%. But sometimes let's see what we have. We don't know what talent we have on this defense. We got players that haven't played at their full potential yet. Hopefully they can get to that with Ravel. We can see, we know what Overshown can do when he plays at top notch. We got to see what these guys can do. And maybe in this system, like, we're all excited about Christian Parker only because of what we heard from players, what we heard from other coaches, what we heard from Eagle content creators, Eagle people on this channel. So, yes, we should be excited from what we hear. But at the end of the day, like Jesse says, we got to see it on the field. So until we see it, we can get excited all we want. So that's why I'm not, if we don't jump and get anybody right now, I'm okay with it at this point because let's see what we have. And let him do his job. Let's not jump on his ass right away. Let him keep building it the right way and teach these kids. From all we keep saying, he's a great teacher. He's a great teacher. So you know what? Let him teach these kids. Let him do it. We can't ask for everything. You want him to teach the kids, but then you want to bring in all these Crosby and this one and that one. So you can't. Sometimes you can't have it all. So one step at a time. Let him teach these young guys, and maybe at the deadline, maybe then we'll add somebody else. So maybe another one or two players, whatever Cowboys decide to do after what you have. Like CZ says, it takes 4, 5, 6 weeks. Then when you know what you have, then you know what direction you got to go. So I'm okay with it right now, the way we're going.
We got KH in the house. We got Talking Cowboy Sports in the house. What's good? What's good? Appreciate you guys being here. And Vinny, what you got for us, Vinny?
Look. Did you see that thing I sent you on Clayton Adams?
You sent it to me?
I thought I sent it to you. I don't know. I sent something to you. I don't know. If you look online, you'll see Clayton.
Oh, you sent it to me?
I don't know what I sent it to.
I sent you, but I don't know where it sent it.
Yeah, because I ain't got no messages from you, Vinny.
I don't have no idea where I sent it to you. Anyway, if you go online and look under like the Christian Parker and Clayton Adams, a couple of the interviews with them, he was talking about the red zone, and he was saying how the red zone screwed themselves by first and goal, and then they have a penalty. And that's what was killing them. The mental issues, the mental part of the game is what's screwing them up. And that's what mattered a lot as far as red zone. So I think if they could definitely handle that, and also running the ball. Also definitely running the ball is another one. And that's what you have to do. First and goal, you got to run the damn ball. I mean, It makes no sense. But he was stating that mentally they have to be into the game, and physically they got to be into the game. So just give a chance to listen. You'll hear it.
Okay.
It was interesting.
It's bullshit.
Before we get to Momo, B Dunk, what's good, B Dunk? What you got for us, B Dunk? Before we get to Momo with his little drums.
Greetings and salutations to the entire Dallas Cowboys nation. Salute to the chat, salute to the panel. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
B Dunk. Cali Blue, you looking good, brother.
What's going on, Linda? So what you feel about this, B Dunk?
Linda.
I think where we should be and where we hope to be, I guess you could say. The last piece of the puzzle was GP. We was losing sleep over that. I know I was, but we got him. He's here. He's happy. No excuses. It's time to play now, man. I'm excited about the new additions, but I tell you what, a lot of people don't realize especially on defense, a lot of guys from last year were not developed because of the regime that we had on defense last year. So I actually forgot about guys like Reddy Stewart. You know what I'm saying? Like Maris Leopold, cats like that were not developed last year. But, they still have untapped potential. So, of course, I'm excited about, the Caleb Downs and, Malachi Lawrence, these big name new guys. But I'm also excited to see how these cats that have been here in the program for a couple of years, how they're going to now be developed with actual teaching because they really never had
Oh,
teaching since they've been in the league. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
That's facts. We don't.
Momo, what you got? What you got to spew out?
Don't get beat up again, Momo.
I have to call
beat
B
up
Dunk
again.
out.
Don't get beat up again, Momo. Sorry.
Hold on. Y'all gotta realize, B Dunk, we just had a conversation a couple of days ago when you told me OTAs and minicamp and whatever. It's nothing. And now you say, oh, we do this, that, and the third. What? B Dunk.
Who said
Momo,
it?
Tell the
I
truth.
didn't. I said
He didn't
nothing
say
about
anything about
OTAs.
OTAs.
What are you talking about?
No. We are not. I'm not. I don't want nothing from nobody's peanut gallery today. I'm not gonna be
Momo,
here. I'm here for a short time and for a good time.
I'm saying,
I'm
ain't
just trying
nobody
to
said nothing
see.
about no OTAs. You
I didn't
can't be
mention
talking about
OTAs.
OTAs.
No,
He said.
what
He
we
said. He
discussed
said, "How
is
you feeling?" Lloyd asked me how I was feeling.
that's it's the same thing.
No, it's
There's
not.
nothing
No, it's
going.
not.
We agree that there's nothing going on this time of the year, and we
What
have to
the
wait.
hell?
Uh, that's what we said, right?
Right. I'm just talking about this. I'm just talking about the state of the team overall. I'm not talking about
No,
OTAs.
that was the same. That was the same conversation.
So if Lloyd asked me how I feel, what am I supposed to say?
Was to say, hey, nothing's going on, or we just gotta wait.
Man, ain't
I,
nobody
I,
finna go.
No,
Momo.
I'm gonna
And
wait
that's
on my
it. End the
comments
chat
right
and
now.
just
I'm just gonna
say it.
keep
That's it.
worrying.
Done.
Benny, please don't
Come
talk.
on
Please
now. Let
don't
him
talk, Benny.
talk.
Benny, you the same person believe that the
Watch it.
Cowboys. Well, the Cowboys went to 30 Super Bowls, 31 Super Bowls. I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Momo. I started my statement with, "We are where we need to be. We are where I thought we would be." That's what I started my statement.
Wait, what? Look. I know you. Are you Richie from Texas?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What up, still?
You must be around Banner, Bruce Banner, eating that garbage.
What up, loyal?
Wow.
Because we all know Bruce Banner. His house is dirty. He don't wash no dishes. Dishes in it for 10 years. We all know that. He's filthy.
Oh man.
Like
And he's a
that.
Spurs fan.
Bruce called
Why
us
are you
straight.
picking
Bruce
on
called us
Bruce,
straight.
Momo? Why are you picking on
I'm just telling the truth.
Hey Momo, when we talk on the phone, I'm talking to you as a friend. But as of now, when I'm on YouTube, I'm a content creator. I have to give content, my
You
friend.
ain't no content creator.
Okay.
You just a person in a panel just saying yes, yes, a boss. Yes, I believe in what you say.
Oh,
Boss,
Wait a minute.
okay.
Wait a
give a
minute.
smackdown.
Okay.
Wow.
B Doug, I'm just
Shots
messing with you. I'm just
fired.
messing.
Wait a minute.
B Doug, I'm messing with you
I
because
know.
because they had brainwashed you. You was my friend. They brainwashed you
Nah,
to
you're still
believe
mad
like
about
that.
Get
that.
out of
Wow.
here. You little
Hey, he
jelly.
full of shit right
Hold
now.
on. Go get a peanut butter jelly sandwich and yeah.
Well, no, you know what it is, Lloyd? He's used to saying yes, boss, because, but his wife makes him do it at home.
Oscar,
Wow.
you are
What,
the
Momo?
epitome. You are the epitome of yes, boss. I don't want you, Oscar. You my buddy. You my friend. I
All
don't
right.
want you working 18 hours a day or that slave labor.
What?
Tell those pricks to leave you alone. Let you get your peace.
You're right, Mo. I
Momo.
agree. I'm on your side. Thank you for sticking up for me. Somebody does.
Hey, call up his boss right now for him, Momo. He'll do a big favor for him.
Yeah.
Momo, we got to give the people what they want, man.
Call his job like you called my
That's
job,
it,
Momo.
right.
Go ahead.
I don't want him to get fired. I want him to get fired because you ain't gonna get fired.
Hey, you have Oscar working way too much. You need to slow this
I'd be
guy
happy if
down,
I got
please.
fired.
I'm just
Oh, boy,
saying,
Momo's
but it's all good here. I'm not here.
Of course.
I'm not here to talk about how filthy the state of Texas and bacteria and all that. I ain't here to talk about how dysfunction the men down there with short
So
shrimp
what are you?
peewees,
What
What
are
the
you
hell?
here
Wait
to
a
talk
so
minute.
about?
short
I'm in
peewees,
Texas.
like
How
they
you
don't wash
know
their
that?
hands
How
when they
you
go
know
to the
that though?
What is
bathroom.
going on?
How I know
How you
that?
know
I
that?
can smell y'all. I smell y'all I can smell Cowboy fans swear. That video, that video that
You walked
my
yourself
friend
into
made,
that one.
my friend who made that video and said, "I smell Cowboy fans. I smell y'all everywhere."
Hey, tell your friends go screw themselves.
That dude's an asshole.
That dude's an asshole. Whoever makes that guy.
Fuck that dude.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You're gonna find out your ass.
Hey, I don't know why you cheesing up Lloyd Bridges. I don't know why you
Bridges.
I don't know
Not the Lloyd Bridges. Now he just threw him off another color. What the hell?
Oh shit.
Last time I seen you, Momo, you were laying on the dirt.
Hey, Momo, look at that blue shirt. Look at the color of his shirt, Momo.
I know it's green. It's like I want to get some
Pink
ice cream or
flamingo.
something.
He's
I
got
want
pink
to ask him
flamingo.
for some ice cream. He got like he an ice cream maker or something. I get some ice
Oh,
cream,
no.
some ice
Hey,
or something.
what's
What?
you
What can I
What do
get?
you want? One
Momo.
or two.
Momo, you ain't gonna want to stay. You ain't gonna want to stay here too long because I'm about to play some shit that you ain't gonna want to listen to. Maybe we can find some from interviews from your coaches. You got some interviews from your coaches?
Oh shit.
Read all this stuff about the watch.
Go ahead, Momo.
I just read all this stuff about the Washington that Tunsil is training, helping out. This is the rookie. That's bullshit. No one cares. And now you're gonna watch this sorry motherfucker. He ain't gonna do shit for y'all. And I'm out. I can't tell him.
This is awesome.
Wow.
Hey, look at a real
Momo.
coach. Momo.
See ya,
Hey,
Momo.
Momo and CZ, look at a real coach.
Take a hike.
He looks great.
Hey,
He looks great in
Vinny,
this car. What?
Vinny, you don't know what a real
What?
coach is. Only coach you
I
know.
thought you was
only
leaving,
coach-
egghead.
only coach you know is some granola balls and the granola and that Boston
Hey,
cream
relax,
pie and no
man.
apple pies.
I eat
That's
the
the
good
coach you
shit. That's
know.
why. I don't go for that fucking Hershey shit. I go for the top notch. Look at this guy. He never looked better
Momo
wearing a
laughs, though.
star on his shirt. Look at that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, what do you think, ZZ? What's your opinion on that?
I think he looks great.
I would say Vinny says I haven't seen a coach like this. I think I have a coach named Vic Fangio.
Nah, you don't know him.
What up, Stephen White?
Vinny.
What up, Marcus?
Vinny, you need to relax, man.
I will.
Wow.
I will. Thank you. You say it so nice. How could you be so mean? You can't be mean.
Nah, you're Vinny from New Jersey. Say fuck
Yeah.
you, man.
Nah, when he's talking nice, I can't be mean.
What up
You gotta
to
say
the
fuck out of here.
wifey in the
No,
chat? Miss McAfee
Miss
unscripted.
McAfee.
The wife
Yes.
is in the
Oh,
chat.
block
y'all.
her. Block her.
Yeah, she-
Oh.
CZ,
What
if she
the
get
hell?
blocked, you won't hear the last of it.
Oh, we'll be dead, man. We can't do that.
There'll be rolling pins flying everywhere,
Hell,
CZ.
I can hear from Pennsylvania, so
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you would think that them raccoons that you be seeing, you gonna think it's them. No, it's gonna be.
No, have your drone ready. Have your drone ready.
Oh shit! Damn. Marcus in the house.
Marcus.
What up,
Yeah.
Marcus?
What up,
Yeah.
Marcus?
Hey, my wife, she finna before we take it any further, she finna get her channel back up and cooking. We got some things planned. Not just for this channel, but for her channel. She's cooking up some things. So stay tuned.
Got them fitteds for sale, I hear.
Oh yeah, she back on that. For those who have Facebook, who's on Facebook, yeah, she has her own boutique on Facebook. So y'all go tune in to her thing on Facebook. A Unique Fashions on Facebook. She got some things going on over there, you guys. So y'all tune into it. Let me see before we get to this Christian Parker thing. And for those who don't, my wife's channel is pinned in the link in the chat. And we got to get Blue up too, y'all. We got to get Blue channel up. Yeah, we got to get Blue up to Blue. How many subscribers you got?
22.
You got to get them up. It started with 50. We got to get them up to 50 subscribers, you guys. Tyrod, what's going on, my guy? In the chat. But let's play this. We gonna break this little video down, all right? Y'all see
Must you?
We're gonna break that down a little bit. Let's play a little bit let's play just a little bit before we start. It's only 15 minutes.
I'll hear from Toilet.
You know what I'm saying? Momo had to leave because he ain't got nothing on his coaches. He ain't got no interview. They don't do that.
Facts.
They don't nothing. But let's
Make them take out the garbage.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. You guys have talked a lot about communication, especially with the defense.
Mm-hmm.
How you get guys who are not communicative all the time, like a DeRon Bland, to get him to communicate more in comparison to other guys who do communicate a lot?
I think that, communication on the field and in life in general is just different. There's more extreme circumstances in the pre-snap in terms of what you need to communicate. So those guys embrace it. There's certain people who are giving communication. There's certain people who are receiving it by position, not necessarily by their personality. We don't really care about that. Like if you're in a position of communication and you're commanding and you're responsible for the checks and things we have to do, it's what you have to do. So whether you say 1,000 words out of these walls or 2, it doesn't matter. When we're on that grass, it's a premium.
Did you talk to guys who were here last year about the breakdowns communication-wise to help you say, okay, this messed up last year, we're going to make sure we don't make it?
I didn't. That had nothing to do with me. So I was more so focused on how we were going to move forward and just making sure that we had the right mindset and approach in terms of what we believe in on how we want to play defense.
Christian Todd Archer with ESPN. What's it been like to go from, you've had your position groups, and then to go in front of the entire defense to have to communicate with the entire group? Is that something you had done either previously in Denver or Philly?
Yeah, I've done that before. Obviously not at this rate. I think the thing that's most different is we start off, we have an hour block and, we'll start with the unit. I'll go, they break up to position meetings. It's like, well, where do I go now? And then in practice, they're an individual. I'm used to getting my hands dirty and then I'm, walking around with my arms crossed like I'm a security guard or something. So I try to figure out how to keep myself occupied during those moments. So it's been good transition, popping in and out of rooms and doing those things. And sometimes I'll, meet with only the back 7 or just the front 7 after we finish that unit meeting. But it's been a good adjustment.
Do you try and, because you have the DB background, do you try to stay away from them because you know that one and try to go to the other groups more or do you?
I do. There's still when we break stretch, there's this magnetic pull that pulls me to the direction of the DBs. Luckily, they switch where they start individuals, so I can't naturally find them every single time. So I try my best to stay away from that. I still go over there, still talk to those guys, communicate with them, but at the end of the day, it's about all levels, and I try to make sure I do that at a high level.
John Michaud with The Athletic. What have these last 4 or 5 months been like for you? In here, away from here, getting settled in here, going from position to being DC. What have it been like for you?
It's been good. I mean, it's a lot. It's an increase in responsibility. It's an increase in even my communication. Calvin asked about that, just what I'm responsible for communicating to the staff, coaching them like they're my position group. And then just getting used to the area. I walk back and forth. I'm still in the hotel, so I walk back and forth. So that's easy. I don't have to deal with traffic. But nice. Everything else, just in terms of the increased responsibility, I think it was to be expected. So, the new things, they're going to happen. So you just got to be prepared for things out of your control. But I think that we have a great staff. I think Shadi's been great with his communication style. Will McClay and the Joneses when we were going through the draft process. So everything has been great in terms of the communication and very clear expectations of what I need to do and what the staff needs to do.
So before I go any further, and I should have pulled it up. If you compare the two,
okay, I'm unmuted.
Eberflus, his press conference and his interviews to Christian Parker's, it's totally fucking different. Totally different. When you watch Eberflus's interviews and his press conference, and I found myself dozing the fuck off.
Yeah. That demeanor of his, it was just boring. It wasn't as it was bland when he talked. He didn't take over that room. That's what I did.
Yeah, he didn't. You're right. He didn't command the room.
Yeah.
So if he didn't command the room in an interview or a press conference, what makes you think he commanded the room in the locker room?
Exactly.
So far,
and you know what was a big part of bringing Christian Parker in? I actually talked to a Cowboy journalist. I have his number. He's one of my boys. A big part of him coming in was he told Jerry and Steven in the interview that he would fix Savon Ravel. He said that he could make him a good boundary corner. And I believe he could with all the good corners he's worked with.
Not just him. Like you said,
Yeah,
we
not just
forgot
him.
about Reddy. We
got
forgot about
we
Reddy
got Devin
Stewart.
Moore too. Yeah, and Reddy Stewart.
Yeah. Reddy Stewart was a physical corner. All right. He was
was.
playing corner and safety for us. And he was physical with it. And he's fast. So if you can get him how to play coverage, hey, he's gonna be good.
Our defense was so bad last year, guys, that our Mike linebacker with the green dot, Kenneth Murray, and our safety Donovan Wilson are still on the free agent market.
Still.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's how bad it was.
Good point, Joe.
And a lot of people say that we don't have talent, Drew. We had an all-pro corner in fucking Deron Bland. He was all-pro. You do realize he was all-pro, right? We got Quentin Williams. We got Kenny Clark. Come on now. We don't have talent. We lack talent on defense. Like, no, we don't. We got Jalen Thompson, who was one of the top safeties in the league. We drafted the best safety, we drafted the best player in the draft. All right. The smartest, the most consistent player in the draft. All right. So everybody's saying that we putting so much on his back. We don't have to put, we have players. It's all about who's buying into the system. You have to buy into the system. And buying into the system means that it's going to be times you're going to have to stay after practice to study film, to get with the coaches. All right, this is what they're doing. These are the things that they're doing. And a lot you talk about culture. Yeah, this is Jerry's culture, but Brian Schottenheimer is building his own culture. Christian Parker is coming in, but Christian Parker, if you can't do what I asked you to do, you ain't finna play. That's what Christian Parker said. You ain't finna play. You're gonna find your ass on the sideline. You're gonna find your ass straight on the sideline. It's competition all around this goddamn field.
Lloyd.
Go ahead, Randy.
I've seen the interviews today from Cowboy.com, but they had Quentin Williams and they had a few of the other guys, including Reddy Stewart and all the other guys, Savon Ravel. And Quentin Williams said flat out, this is the best young coaching staff he's ever played
with. Yep, I heard him say that. Yep, I did hear him say that on my way home from work.
And that says something for somebody like that.
Yep.
He also said that he would rather play in a 3-4 like he did at Alabama and like all the successful teams in the NFL do.
Yep.
He said he'd been watching Myles Garrett. He said he know he can bring more to the table. And he said he had a down season last year when he was with the Jets and then came over here for his sacks. He said he has so much more to bring when it comes to stopping the run and sacking. His main what he know he can stop the run. So his main thing is to get the sacks. Because he said he can bring so much more to the table.
We got BT Jordan to help him. He's gonna help us this year. Yeah, BT's gonna help us.
People
this year.
ain't talking about that. BT Jordan. Hey, I'm trying to tell you. You got the offensive lineman sitting there going into the meetings with BT Jordan. Our offensive lineman. Not to mention, Tyron Smith is working with the offensive lineman too. See, people don't talk about that. Tyron Smith is working with the offensive line. On that sounds from the sideline, it was Tyron Smith in the middle of that huddle leading that doggone the end that whole practice. It was him. It was him talking. It was him in the middle. Tyron Smith, a fucking Hall of Famer, because he will be a Hall of Famer. One of the best left tackles to play the game. So for you say that we don't have talent on defense, we have a lot of talent on defense. It's all about how the talent gels. If Christian Parker is able to get the best out their talent, that's the thing. Every team is talented. Every fucking team in the NFL is fucking talented. You wouldn't be an NFL team if you weren't talented. You wouldn't get drafted if you weren't talented. It's all about a lot of these things has to do with coaches. The coaches have a major part, plays a major part in players, bringing out the best in these players, developing these players. I understand that you don't like the Cowboys. I don't like the Eagles. But I also got to be real about the situation. We have talent. Cowboys have talent. Offensively and defensively. They have talent. It's all about the coaches coming together, bringing the best out those players and making them better and to play as a unit. Do you know that Brian Schottenheimer took everybody out to eat for dinner? He's trying to build what he's trying to build when it comes to this culture. Family, brothers, everybody's going together.
Yep.
Do y'all know that Christian Parker and Brian Schottenheimer are going at it in these OTAs? Yes, it's just OTAs, but they're going at it. They talking smack to each other. Your boy CD Lamb said this defense is annoying. Your boy Christian Park said over communicate.
As long as they don't hurt each other, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Right.
What up, lawyer?
Lawyer, what's good, lawyer? You snuck
up
here.
Lawyer just slipped in here.
Lawyer.
Oh, not much. I'm just
Hey,
excited, man. I can't wait for the season to start. I'm just
I agree, Loyal. I can't wait to kick. I can't wait to kick that giant ass week 1.
Big Blue.
Oh,
This is one of the most anticipated seasons. This is one of the most anticipated seasons, not just because we're Cowboy fans. This teams are talented. I say
I can't.
They
wait.
say from the what? Every game is a hard game. I don't think no game is going to be an easy game. Period.
Nope. You just gotta get your rhythm going. You know, they gonna get their swag. I mean,
Yep.
It's gonna
The
be
first 5 games, guys. The first 5 games, like I've been saying.
It's the first 8 games for us, Jesse. What are you talking about?
Yeah, pretty much. But let's say for the at least the first 5 games, we're all going to see what we got. You know,
Yep.
barring injuries and all this craziness. But our teams are new. We got to jive. They got to jive. If they don't jive, that's back to the drawing board.
Well, I don't know y'all schedule, Jesse, but our schedule, yeah. Yeah, we leave y'all. We go play.
Shit, we got within a few days.
We played our second game against the
Washington
Commanders, and then we go play Baltimore and fucking Brazil, South America. Yeah. And it goes on from there.
Yeah, but we got the Rams in Seattle early. We got Rams first into Seattle.
Well, listen, all the teams in the NFC all improved, like everybody was saying. Everybody improved with talent. You know, the problem is again, you have to prove it on the field. But everybody improved. They're all going to be better. Washington ain't done making moves. They still got $60 million to spend. I don't know what they're waiting for, but they're waiting. Maybe they're not in a rush yet because they're waiting to see what they have with Jaden Daniels, and then they're going to go and spend the money in the right places. So that's what I heard today. They're just waiting to see on his health and see what he's going to do, if he's going to be the future for the long time. If it all depends on him and which direction they're going to go with this team. So, the Giants also, right, Jesse? You got to see on what Sadar can do, what Scatterbo can do. If Neighbors comes back healthy, then they're going to decide. Everybody's got question marks. The whole NFC East got question marks. Just because you won something 2-3 years ago or 10 years ago doesn't mean anything. We start from scratch, and everybody got question marks. Just like we have a new defensive coordinator, and we have 9 new players on defense, 8 new players. The only reason we feel better, a lot better than we should be feeling is because we're comparing it to what we had last year. The Giants basically have the same talent. The Eagles lost a little talent, but with Vic Fangio, I believe they'll always figure it out. Washington, I don't know because they brought in a couple of good players, but I'm talking Cowboys right now. As far as the Cowboys, you have no choice but to be excited. We're not comparing CP to Fangio. We're not comparing Downs to Reed. We're not doing that. I don't know. Maybe other channels have, but we don't do that. What we do compare is to what we had last year. The Murray, the Wilson, the guys that Joe just brought up that still haven't been picked up. There's a reason they haven't been picked up. So if guys want to talk about that, we didn't have talent, there you go. There's your answer. So I believe we do have a little bit better talent than we had last year. So that's the reason we're excited. Now, if it works, great. Like Jesse said, it's got to be proven on the field. But you gotta wait and see. We're excited. I am excited for the first time in a long time because we have better talent than we had last year. Now, can these guys hold up? I'm not depending on a Bland. I'm depending on the new guys. Yes, Bland was great a couple of years ago, and maybe his foot injury, he might recover, he might not. But I'm not counting on guys like Bland. But I am counting on guys like Ravel, Overshone, Downs, all the new guys we brought in. That's what's going to make the difference because we had all those guys last year, and it didn't do anything for us, whether it was coaching or talent or the scheme, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, and I really don't want to go rehash that again. For all I know, we're in a better place this year. So we should be excited. And whether, and I don't think we're finished. Like Bobby says, that we should be pulling the trigger for that extra player. And I agree with him. But, maybe there's a reason they're not doing it. Not because of the money, not because they don't want to. Maybe there's a reason they want to see what they got with these young players. Because like I said before, 20 minutes ago, before Bobby came in, if we stop playing all these veterans and stop paying all these high-end veterans, then how are we going to see what we have? We're not ever going to see what the talent of all these young kids have. You're not going to ever see their potential. By the time you see their potential, then you got to pay them big money anyway. So you're defeating the purpose. So, that's why I'm in a way, maybe, yes, would I like the extra player? I'm just answering Bobby's question. We would like that extra player? Yes. But if they're not going to get them right now and they're not thinking about it, maybe there's a reason, and we got to stick with it. Hopefully, they learn. These young players are here to learn, and hopefully they can do it. Get us over I'm not saying Super Bowl, but at least get us to be. You got to remember, we're trying to compare it to last year's defense. If we can be 6, 7, 8 positions better, we'd be ecstatic and we all be happy. We want to be way better than that, absolutely. But one step at a time, and that's how I look at it. Talent compared to last year. I know Drew says we don't have the talent, but we do have better talent than we did last year. So that's all I can say. I mean, not that we have the best talent, but we do have better talent than we had last year. And that's all we can go on. We have a better coach than we had last year. We have better coaches than we had last year, in my opinion. That just doesn't mean. But again, go back to Jesse. He brings it up every show. You got to show us on the field. You can talk. You can say all the right things, and you know what? You get on the field and you shit the bed. So you got to just do it, prove it, keep working at it, and hopefully you can see a different outcome come January. Because we're all sick and tired. I know Randy is. I know Vinny is. I know a lot of guys are. So let's just see what happens.
Well said. Well said.
Football Fanatics.
That's what I was just saying. I was like to say.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let me read this chat. Football Fanatics says, so refresh my memory. When does training camp start? July 16th. July 16th.
4 weeks.
We need to have Oscar go in the Dallas Cowboys locker room and give a motivational speech to the players. Well said.
Well, I got to say right now with my team right now, with an interview with Brian Callahan, our quarterback coach. He already said Dart was doing very well at these mini camps. Doesn't mean reality, but he took all the reps that one mini camp. He took all the reps. He said, "I got this. And with our running back coach, Will Taggart, he said he was interviewed. He said Scatterable is just fine. So we got 2 or 3 main weapons right ready to go. And Malik Neighbors, it's going to have to be Slayton and the other guy, Austin, and the other guys we got. They got to hold the line till we get there. Unless we're going to do a running game, which I anticipate that they're going to do more running than anything. Now that we got Richard Picard could open the damn hole and get everybody through there, or running backs through there. Hey, the sky's the limit. Like I would say again, it's early. We don't know. Even in the first real practices, which they're practice, but they're not, if you know what I mean. We won't see nothing until the very first games of the season because the schedule's going to be rough. We all got to do something, especially I know for a fact our secondary was ass at last year every time, and then plus the coach wasn't helping either. That's why they're no longer there. But we shall see. We shall see. I'm hoping for a good year, a good collision, no major injuries. Prayers for all the players, and see what we do. Everybody's a work in progress right now. Everybody, including the Eagles, they are the division champions. But brand new people, brand new receiver, brand new staff. So we'll see.
All right, Joe. Joe said he had to go.
He has to go. Good night, Joe.
All right, Joe.
Good night, Joe.
Bye, hello.
Loyal. Lawyer
Yes,
still
sir.
here?
Yep.
Have
Yes,
you
sir.
crashed? Have you crashed out? Because for some reason, Marcus just wants you to crash out tonight. Have you been getting into people's shit or something? Because Marcus said he want to see you crash out tonight. He want to see you talk shit. I don't know. I've been working, so I don't know what's been going on. But for some reason, Marcus wants to see you go.
What the hell's that about?
I'm just. I'm just fired up, man. I'm ready for the season to start.
Lawyer's
I
been
said
angry
before,
lately.
You should.
What'd you say, Benny?
I said he's been angry lately.
Oh, that might be what Marcus talking about.
Yeah, I get it.
gonna
He's
say
got a
I've been
little edge to
angry.
him. Nothing
I'm
wrong
just-
with that. I think he's
just
fed
wanna-
up.
I want a Super Bowl, man. I
There
watched
you go.
the Knicks. I watched the Knicks win the NBA championship. I
Yeah.
want that, yes. Because
Getting pissed
no
off, they get
offense,
nothing, man.
no offense to you, Jess, or any other teams, but I think our fan base deserves it. We deserve it. We deserve it bad.
Love you guys. No comment.
Can't argue with you.
I'm hungry.
Hey, I want to say something here. Ain't nobody on this show going to tell me how I feel and what I should think. The offense of the Cowboys are better than the offense of the Eagles, period.
Tell him, Randy.
All right, Randy.
Tell him, Randy. And Football Fanatics said, "Yeah, we're winning the division. This division, we're winning this
Damn
division."
straight.
I agree with that.
I
do
disagree.
I
You
think we're going to win
disagree?
it.
CC said he agrees. I just heard
Everything
that.
being equal, I think we're going to win it.
Wow.
Everybody being as healthy as they could be. The difference will be our defense that will take us over the top. Our offense will be fine. It's where our defense gets that extra 1 or 2 stops a game that gets us to wins. So
That's what they don't want. That's what they don't want to recognize, Benny. Like I try to tell people, you speak so highly about what up, No Face. You speak so highly about Christian Parker, and to think that he can't change his defense. He's brought in players that he wanted here. He's done those things. We're watching him, and you think that we're not going to get excited about what we're seeing from him? A bullshit. I'm fucking getting excited. I see you looking for the bullshit. I see you looking for it. Bullshit. I'm just saying. No, we might be wrong. There's a chance that we might be wrong, but we're excited until we see otherwise. We're gonna be excited. Like Randy, you can't knock me off what I'm on. When it comes to my team. I can't knock you off what you want to do, and I won't try to knock you off how you feel about your team. But don't come over and try to knock me off what I'm feeling about my damn team. because you don't feel that way about my team. So you want to knock me off. Why should I feel this way about my team? I have every fucking right to feel the way that I feel about my team. This is my team. You don't have to feel that way about my team because it's not your team. You are the op. You the op. I don't expect you to agree with me when it comes to my team or feel the same way that I feel when it comes to my team. You are the op. And it's okay. It's fucking okay. But don't try to sway me your way. I ain't got to agree with you. I ain't got to say the things that you say. The hell? Well,
the hell?
I feel the way I feel. And this is how I'm going to feel until I see otherwise.
Or until
But I'm more than man enough to come on here and admit, hey, shit, look at this shit. I was wrong.
Well, that's a true guy. That's a true man right there.
But I ain't finna admit to it now because I ain't seen the shit. I can be on this high horse. You on your high horse about your team. You have losses, you have gains, but you on this high horse about your team. I don't give a damn. It ain't just about the Eagles. It's about whatever team that I watch Carolina Panthers channels. I've been on their channel. They have high hopes about their team.
Yep.
Yes, they should.
As any fan base should. I don't care what fan base you are. If you're that fan and I want that's the goal is to win a Super Bowl. If you're on the World Cup, is the goal. If you're playing in the soccer field, that's the World Cup is the best thing. If you're boxing, what's the trophy or the belt? That's the goal. It's the win. I don't know. I don't care.
My thing is, if I'm man enough to show up and be like, "Hey, I was wrong about my team," are you man enough to show up and say that you was wrong about my team? That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Drew, man, you got to bet. You said that the only team coming out of our division making the playoffs is the Eagles. I was more than willing to take that bet. You want to talk? Every team is building, Drew. Every team in the NFL is building. Every team in the NFL is fucking building. For you to say, for you to think that every team in the NFL is not building is crazy. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns are building.
Yep. They're having quarterbacks battle each other. That's it.
Shedeur Sanders in a quarterback battle with Deshaun Watson.
Exactly. Hey, we might laugh, but it's Sanders was supposed to be a number one pick. He
got a swole head and masseuse.
I don't know. That team could shock us, right, Kid Brown?
You actually want Deshaun Watson out there?
See,
hey, I don't give a shit, bro.
And there are levels, Drew. But the thing about it is, you assume that you know what level the Cowboys on. You assume that you know what level the Cowboys on. You don't know what the level the Cowboys on. You don't know the level the Cowboys on. You don't know shit about the Cowboys. I don't expect to sit here and tell you about the Eagles. You don't know shit about the Cowboys. You ain't out there coaching. You ain't out there on the field with them. You don't know shit about the Cowboys. Not a damn thing.
Just what
and
you
can't come on here and tell me about my team. You can tell me about yours. Okay, lawyer. Appreciate you coming on.
Later, Law.
Yeah, you said there go my boy Kid Brown. What's going on, Kid Brown?
Kid Brown, what up? Yeah, Football Brown.
What's going on, Flying Mayan? Yeah, you can't, Drew. You think you know the Cowboys, and you talk about the Cowboys more than you talk about your team.
Oh, I'll be right back. Hold on.
You said we're copying the gold standard, but hey, it is what it is. If we win, that means we did good and copying what we need to copy. I'm just saying.
It is a copycat league.
It's
always
everything.
been.
Yeah, always.
I guess we're copying Seattle because they're the gold standard, aren't they?
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl.
Right now they are.
They won the Super Bowl. They're the gold standard.
There's
Nobody else
nobody's.
is. That's it.
See, that can be done. You just got to gel together, and that's how teams work. If you gel together, you can do good things.
Yeah, it's no longer trying. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, you're right. Vinny's right. Y'all not the gold standard. Y'all didn't win the Super Bowl this past season.
Nope.
See how Seahawks did.
Yep.
Losing San Fran.
Yeah, they won Super Bowl, and not the Eagles. So I'm just saying.
That's right.
When it all falters and it don't go the way you thought it was going to go, are you going to be willing to show your face and speak about it? My thing. It's not about you even showing your face. What would be your excuses? That's what I would want to hear. What would you have to say then? What would you lean towards then? What would you lean towards then? This injury or coach or it was rigged. That's the favorite thing to go to. It was rigged for the Cowboys to win. It was rigged. I can't wait. I can't wait for this football season.
Yeah, Jerry does pay off those refs.
Yeah, see, here you go. We ain't even started playing the game yet. You know, CZ. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Hey, CZ.
What's up, B Dunk?
Who was y'all OC when y'all won the last Super Bowl?
What?
Who was y'all OC when y'all won your last Super Bowl?
Our host team?
Last
OC.
Your offensive coordinator.
Awesome.
Oh, Kellen Moore.
Where'd he come from?
Oh, you tell me.
Just
was y'all copying the standard that year?
I don't know.
Just saying. Just saying.
Just saying, but you know.
Just saying.
Well, when we got Kellen Moore,
I saw a foolish comment.
What did we hear when we got Kellen Moore? Oh, you don't want any of him. Oh no, Kellen Moore.
I'm just saying. We can't take coaches now, so let's just remember.
Well, he was with the Chargers. Did he go to Chargers before he went to the Cowboys?
Yes.
Before he went to the Eagles,
so
yeah.
Technically, no.
Yeah, but who did he come from? Who put him on the map?
Who groomed him?
Exactly.
Who made him?
He groomed himself.
He was
himself. What?
He was a number one offense the whole time he was with us in the league.
Exactly.
But
know that,
Cowboy
right?
fans were,
and we didn't even run the ball. We didn't even run the fucking ball.
Cowboy fans I'm not saying you guys, but there's been Cowboy fans that turned on Kellen Moore when we got him. It was a shit show. You're laughing at us and everything, so you know he got his pick on you.
Drew, he was our backup quarterback. We drafted him. He was our backup quarterback. We gave him his first coaching job when he got hurt. The same year Tony Romo got hurt. That's when he started coaching. So he didn't come. He didn't come coach. He didn't come from the Chargers.
No,
he didn't come from the Chargers. He what you said at first, the Saints. He didn't come from the Saints. He didn't come from the Chargers.
Wait, was it the Chargers?
The Saints head coach now.
The Chargers.
I thought he came from the Chargers.
Yeah, he played. No, I'm saying he started with the Cowboys.
He started on the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Cowboys
with the Chargers. Got fired from the Chargers, and then he ended up with the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's what I'm saying.
And
Drew was saying that he came from the Saints, and then he said
honestly,
he came
I
from
haven't
Chargers.
really heard any Eagles people say Christian Parker is going to be bad for you guys. I think there's more people saying I root for Christian Parker. I hope him to do well, but not against the Eagles. You know, that's what
you're right, CZ. Nobody has said Christian Parker was going to be bad. They just said it would take 2 or 3 years. You're right. Nobody ever said that.
That's a fair thing too. It does take a little time. You got players he likes. We don't know, but I'm speculating. some of these players, yeah, they'll fit, they'll be good in his system, but some of these players won't be good in his system. He's just getting who he thinks can play in the system right now.
So
That's
that
why
means
I
y'all
say
assuming just like we are.
yeah,
right?
I'm just saying that's why I
Mhm.
give you guys 8 weeks to see who can play the system and who can't. You know,
Fair. That's fair. No, that's fair.
yeah, that I think that's totally fair.
Mhm.
But when
Yeah,
I
that's
hear
what I said.
when I hear somebody say, "Oh, we're going to be a top 10 defense," that's pushing it a little too much there.
I think we can. Don't
yeah,
knock me.
I can't
That's
say I
that's
don't
where
know
I
about
feel.
that.
That's how I feel.
It's just how I feel. Shit, that's it.
Can't help my
Hey,
feelings. I can't. I'm sorry.
I think this will be
I
one of the
just
most physical defense we've had in a long time.
on paper,
On paper, what are you talking about? On paper,
new scheme.
See, I
no.
don't think it'll be.
That's a new scheme.
I don't think it'll be a physical defense at all.
You don't think that
I think
our
it-
front?
No, they're
You
gonna
don't
be
think that our
smart.
front
There
seven
you
will
go.
be physical?
I think it'll be the smartest defense we had in a while.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
who
I
we
can agree
wanted.
with that too.
That'll
But when
give
you
you.
get the reason I say that though, B-Dub, when you got Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams up there up front like that, and not the, people underestimate when it comes to Tito. I think that we're gonna be a physical front seven. Adding Rashawn, I think we're gonna be very physical up front. Now, I do believe we'll be one, if not the smartest, one of the smartest defenses. But I think we're gonna be physical too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me ask something, Lloyd. Hold on, son. People are saying it's going to take 2 to 3 years, but what are they saying it's going to take 2 to 3 years for him to do? We're thinking he's got. All we're saying is he's going to make the defense better this year. But people are rebuttaling, not me. I'm just the middleman here. People are rebuttaling, saying no, it's going to take him 2 to 3 years, and CP said it's going to take him 2 years. But what are we saying? It's going to take him 2 to 3 years to do? Are we on? Maybe we're on two total different pages on answering the same, trying to answer the same question.
I just think like the 2 to 3 years, that's a personnel thing. Like I think, like I said, he got the players who he thinks can play the system right now. It doesn't mean that they can play the system. Say 2 to 3 players, make it out of that can play. Then next year
Okay.
it's he's gonna get the pieces. He's gonna finish that defense.
Right.
So that's
That's where I think the confusion is. You know what I mean?
So
We're trying
Oscar,
to say, yes, brother. Go ahead.
I think he means 2 years to build the system, but that doesn't mean that the defense won't improve next year. So remember,
Well, that's what we're trying to get at. See, that's where the confusion lies. We're answering, not me personally, everybody in the chat, in the panel, we're answering two different questions with two different answers with one question. We're thinking we're going to be better this year, but it's going to take 2 years, 3 years, whatever people think, to get everything together. And his guys, right now, I don't think all these guys are going to be what he's looking for. These are just like CZ just said, he's got 9 new guys, 8 new guys, maybe 4 of them work out. That's the way to do it anyway. How many did
it's not all
Big
enough.
Banjo bring in? And then how many worked out, how many didn't? Right, correct.
It could take 2 years to build a system, but you still can improve dramatically in 1 year. So, for instance, we can go from 31 to, let's say, 18 next year.
Right.
But CP is saying to build his system, it could take up to 2 years. But that doesn't mean next year we won't improve dramatically. If we jump to 18 next year, that's a drastic improvement.
Yeah, it is.
And in my opinion, that's a playoff team. But he's just saying it takes 2 years to build his system the way he wants it to be built.
Okay.
Yeah.
I Seattle that.
Be in the top 15, top 10. Anywhere between 15 and 10, I think this defense can be.
I said 15 to 21. I'm going to stick to that.
Yeah,
I'll give you that one there. 15 to 21.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't
Lloyd,
think it's impossible at all.
did you play any more CP that you had, or you were done with it?
No, I'm finna play some more.
Yeah, because he was talking about giving the defense a one word. If you want to go to that, and showing how to simplify the defense. So go ahead.
Speaking of expectations, just Has Caleb Downs met those
You got
expectations
new
you
people
had
in here.
before the draft, and just kind of where is that working relationship at right now?
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's as advertised. We spent significant time with him before the draft process, so we had a good feel on who he was, and knew some people at Ohio State, at Alabama, in terms of how he was on the day-to-day that we maybe didn't see in that 30 visit or at the combine. But he's been doing great. He's a worker. You know, he looks for coaching. He craves that. He wants to be corrected. He wants more information, and he works as hard as he can with the extras and everything else. So it's been good. He's been good to work with, and I think that he's trying to advance at the right rate. You know, I think that we try to lessen those expectations in terms of what goes on outside of these walls. There's a certain process to take as a rookie in general in the National Football League, and we try to abide by that process.
Tommy Yarsh, DallasCowboys.com. As you've gotten to know your players and watch them in practice as you bounce around to different places, who's stood out to you in leadership roles early on here?
Yeah, I think everything starts up front. So I would say, with Quinnen and Kenny, Rashawn coming in, those guys have taken a significant step forward in terms of just the pro habits. Those guys have rookies in their rooms, but they affect the whole defense. Those guys have really taken the bull by the horns in terms of how we practice, the strain and effort it takes, and just leading by example. Their habits in the meeting room, pre-practice, post-practice, those guys are true professionals. So I would say it starts with them.
And CD said a couple weeks ago that it was annoying to go against your defense in practice and some of the looks that you present. Have you had the inverse of that, where you go up against Brian's offense and it's like, it's kind of tough?
Yeah, I mean, I think you want that. You want to be strained in the offseason. We're not game planning against each other, so everything is, unscouted, unscripted looks sometimes, and we don't want to put training wheels on anything. We want to go head first into it. So the more exposure we get to the jet motions and formation shifts, route concepts, run concepts that are going to challenge us in terms of our structure and our rules, we welcome that. So it's been a good offseason for it.
Nick Harris, Forward Star Telegram. You can assemble your staff and have an idea of what it looks like, but actually seeing them on the grass and seeing them coach, what have you come away with from your staff? Yeah, I think we got it right. Those guys are all they're incredible teachers. They come with great energy. They're great teammates to work with. They've really owned the responsibility of being the head coach of their position group and supporting me in that process. So I couldn't be happier with the staff that we've put together here. It might be too early for this question, but has there been any trial and error from your standpoint, whether it's building the scheme or how you structure your practice or anything that you've done, and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that the same next time? Yeah, I think that's every offseason, though. I think every offseason, this is what the offseason is for. There's going to be certain things you put out there that, things sound good in the air conditioning. It's 68, 70 degrees, it's controlled. You get out there, it ain't 70 degrees out there. I promise you that. So, that's part of the process. And some things you work through, you fix the rules, you tweak, and some things you're like, well, this probably isn't for us. But you have to get that exposure for it. Sometimes it's from a schematic perspective, sometimes it's about personnel. So, or maybe it's just the phase that we're in right now with everything else that we're doing. So, no, that's been a good process to have because you learn from those moments as well.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. Christian, players have said your actual play calls are only a handful of words. What goes into that, and how can just a few words communicate everything that you're trying to get across for them on a given play? Yeah, it's a long process because there's there are different word banks. So there's an Excel document that lives on my desktop. You got weapons, NBA teams, insects, whatever, and it's like, well, do we have enough inventory here that's going to fit this type of scheme, or do we have enough S&W words or F&B words or whatever it might be? So it takes a lot to go into that. We try to be intentional with that in terms of those words having meaning, certain letters having meaning, and just you don't want to have 5-6 word play calls when teams are going fast and guys have to communicate that in the huddle and outside of it. So being able to condense that and have those things being very direct is a good process to go through, and I think our guys have embraced it. And how valuable is it giving your defenders that extra time before play to analyze the offense and diagnose it versus trying to figure out where everyone's supposed to be? Oh, it's very important. Because there's so many things from when the linebacker or the safety or whoever has the green dot is communicating that. You break the huddle. What's the situation? Offense breaks the huddle. What personnel group are they in? What's the formation? Where is a certain player that we might be doing a double team to or whatever the case might be? There's so many things to process from the play call to the snap.
So the best that I can shorten that process for them by being very direct and making sure that we get constant reps of that, then I'll try to put it on my plate and not theirs.
Joe White, Dallas Morning News. One thing Jerry Jones talked about when they hired you was how much of a teacher you are. Some of the players have talked about pop quizzes and exams that you guys have had. Where does your teaching philosophy come from, and how much pride do you take in that?
I take a lot of pride in it. I think our staff takes a lot of pride in it as well. At the foundation of it, if you're a coach, you're a teacher. That's the essence of what we do. We have to get guys taught schematically, technically, fundamentally, all those things, and allow them to come to life. So, I think just over the years, you kind of have different ways of doing it, whether it's cahoots, whether it's, hard quizzes, whether you give guys a personal whiteboard to carry around in the meeting room, whether you put them on the board in your office and surprise them, whether it's film and have them write out responses and hand it back to you. Like, there's so many different ways to check for understanding, and that's all we're trying to do. Again, that goes back to the communication and making sure that everybody's on the same page. You don't want guys to sit there in silence and assume that anybody knows anything. So it's a constant process of getting those mental reps. You kind of tricking your brain into thinking it's another rep on the field when you're, doing it on the paper. So we try to take that approach and just be as thorough as possible.
Yeah. Tim Calishaw, Dallas Morning News. 2 years ago, the challenge was to get Cooper DeJean and Mitchell up to speed real quickly, and obviously it went as good as it can go. Do you see this challenge similar to that? Not necessarily all with rookies, with Downs and a couple, but with different position groups on this defense, getting them very quickly to where they need to get compared to where they were a year ago?
Well, first thing, I used to watch you on Around the Horn. So, yeah. But no, I think that, yes, it's different by position. There's certain things that we can't do with the front right now because we don't have pads on. There's certain things the secondary can't do because they don't have pads on. I think that right now it's about the NFL 101. What is the league? What family do these play callers come from? What do certain formations mean? Where's your help? Where isn't your help? Who are you working with and communicating with? Do you know who you're looking at when you're talking or trying to hear something? Just getting those foundational things now. And not trying to, walk before we crawl in that essence. So we're in that process. We're knee deep in it. And, there's really no way to predict when that light is going to truly come on because, we have plenty of time before the first game in New Jersey. So we're just trying to follow those steps and have some urgency in doing it, kind of throw them in the fire a little bit and just kind of see how they respond.
And my second question has nothing to do with how you started your answer, but are you comfortable with the title defensive coordinator / franchise savior?
The first one, yes, because that's what I do. The second one, no, because it's about the collective, and I think that we're all just as equally responsible for that, for the good and the bad. So I'm just trying to do my part.
Dave Laufenberg, Cowboys Radio Network, and also used to watch Tim Calishaw on Around the Horn. We have something in common.
It's off the air, I know.
So, Kristen, how much of your time is now devoted to coaching the coaches? And I know you've got experience with a couple of them, but you're coaching the coaches as well and trying to get the players together, and that's constantly evolving. But how much of your time has been focused getting them up to speed as to what you want to?
Yeah, a lot. I would say it starts in our defensive staff meeting room. That's where it starts. That's our field, in a sense, in terms of our communication. What does the film look like? What do we expect? What do we want it to look like? It's a very collaborative process as well. And it doesn't start at, stopping these walls. I've gotten text messages from Ryan Smith at 11 p.m. It's a constant communication. There might be one thing that we see just to check for that confirmation and to make sure that everybody's on the same page. So we try to spend that time and try to make sure that we have a collaborative approach so everybody's voice is being heard and we can get to a final result together, so when we leave that room, then we have a united front.
Sure.
Cindy Staples, DG10 Sports. Coach, first off, is there a favorite insect or a really interesting insect in part of those play calls or anything that we should know about?
I don't think so. I think it's pretty standard. If you look on National Geographic or anything like that, it's probably find it. So yeah.
And then also, Shadi told us a little while ago that he's been doing dinners with the players. Off the field, how are you trying to get to know them better?
Yeah, I think, it's really the easiest way is they come to the office a lot. They come a lot when they're, have that downtime just to stop by, kind of spend 15, 20 minutes. We've done different events outside of here too. You're just trying to get to know the man before you coach the player. And that's a constant process. Might be phone calls, FaceTimes, me and Caleb we weren't sitting together. We were at the game 7 with the Thunder and the Spurs. So we're texting, from other sides of the arena. It's different things like that. It's a constant process. It's not going to be a grand event that just kind of checks that box. You want to constantly make deposits when it comes to relationships with your players.
Right. Christian Bradshaw, Cowboys Radio Network, 105.3 The Fan. Pundits and trying to anticipate how the defense and you are going to perform say, well, he's never called defense. How big a deal is that, and how much of a percentage of your job do you think that really is starting from now?
Well, I mean, every play caller had to call his first game at some point in time, so I don't really think about that too much. It's going to be what it's going to be. I know the expectations are, whether I'm 65 and a 20-year play caller or 34 in the first time when the result needs to look the same. And so we take that serious, so I don't really overthink that part of it.
How much a part of your job do you think play calling is?
Huge part. I mean, we talked about it, things can sound great, in the meeting room, on the practice field. That's a controlled environment. When it gets hectic out there, I have to be the one to keep a calm mind, and also whatever we've done up to that point to give the players the confidence to perform in whatever play call that we get to, we have to get to that point. So you don't win without timely play calling, but more importantly, the fundamentals, the schematic knowledge, the techniques, those are going to make any play call come to life. So, they're going to make me right more than I'm going to make them right, and I'm very comfortable with that fact.
Quick one from Todd.
There's a lot of preconceived notions when it comes to this team and organization. Did you have any coming in here, and what have you learned about being with this organization the last 4 or 5 months?
Well, I mean, I've been a rival the last 2 years, so, you kind of make stuff up in your own head to get yourself ready for a game, whether it's true or not. So, no, I mean, it's first class. It's what you think. What Jerry has built here is special. His vision for what this franchise needs to be, he has alignment. It's a crystal clear vision for all parties involved. And that's something that I appreciate more than anything else.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that being said, Ben, what you got to say about?
Yes.
Vinny.
Oh, me?
Yeah. What you got to say about?
No, the other Vinny.
Obviously.
Oh, you should be paying attention
obviously,
in class.
yeah.
Why aren't you paying attention in class for one? You should be.
No, it was really low. I couldn't hear it. No, he's saying all the right things, but he's a smart man. He's going to put the players in the best place to succeed, and that's how this team is going to be run. Smart players and put in the right place to succeed, and smart coaches, and that's how we're going to win. That's how our defense is going to go. And he's going to simplify it. If you hear what he was saying, a couple word for their defense so they can get in position and be ready for the offense. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to be ready and prepared. So that's what's going to happen.
B Dunk, what you got for us up there?
Kind of what I expected from Shotty told us what we were getting. This is it. He just wasn't impressive for the interview. This is who he is. He knows the game. He knows how to teach. I'm just happy that we have some dudes on a roster that are willing to learn. We don't have a lot of egos on the defense. You know what I'm saying? So most of the guys on defense are just want to get better. They have good attitudes. We don't have like any cancers anymore. Cancers, I should say. And we know who those cancers were last year and the year before that. Those guys are gone. So I think we got a defensive roster that is willing to learn, humble, that know they're underachievers and want to get better. So I wouldn't be as excited if we had the same roster as we had a couple of years ago, with a few guys that just had egos and all about themselves. But I think the guys we got now, especially our leaders like Q and Kenny, these guys are humble, man. They want to learn, they want to get better. So we'll see. It's all talk now at the end of the day, but I am optimistic and I'm excited.
Blue, what you got for us, Blue?
I agree with everything that these guys are talking about. I just everything on paper sounds great. Even CP's even saying it. Yeah, it sounds great. Or saying it. I haven't called a play at all yet. It's just something new. But he said something right. Every play caller has played how to call their first play. In the NFL, and this is his chance. He's going to the batting. To the first base. I guess it's baseball terms. I don't know baseball very well, but that's just pretty much what he was saying, and I think I agree. I just think that I think that team or not the team, the players, the defense players are buying into what the system is, and the system seems a little. He said something about the words being simplified, or what was he saying with that? I don't get what.
Yeah.
I like that. If it's simplified and there's only a certain amount of words, just like you said, war, ants, or whatever, or bugs, or so if it's just like war, bug, that's simple words, or the defense could pick it up in a year. For saying 2 years, that's gonna be a little less. I'm kind of liking everything I'm hearing. It's hearing, but I want to see it on the field and play out what he's preaching. See if he's actually that warrior, that leadership.
Eagles Drew said respectfully, you guys don't really know what you have that's effect, especially with the DC. We know what we
Neither
got.
do you, bro.
You don't know what
Neither
we
do
got. You don't know what we got. What you got
Who's
for
your
us?
OC?
You asking me, Lloyd?
Yeah.
Well, again, he's saying all the right things, and he did say something, where, first of all, like B Dunk says, we got guys that are willing to learn, that are not superstars, and I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Maybe it's a good thing that we didn't get no big names yet or anything like that yet. We're not there yet. Like Rob A says, we're not there yet. So I'm okay with not getting that last piece or two pieces because we're not there yet. But you got these guys that are hungry. A lot of them are one-year deals that are playing for maybe another contract or so, maybe not a big contract, but something, and they're willing to learn and they're willing to play. When we won the Super Bowl '93, we didn't have no Pro Bowlers, we didn't have no superstars, we didn't have no big names. Yes, we had Haley, but Haley was Haley. Besides him, everybody else was mediocre. But they all played together, and somebody like Jimmy John said, we didn't have no great players, but we didn't have no bad players at any position. We had good players at every position. So sometimes you don't need great players at every position to win. Yes. Does that help? Yes, it does. You can have all the talent in the world, and that's going to help you win. Hasn't always worked out all the time, but you can. Something else he said that I'm trying to remember that he said about not simplifying the defense, but he said something else about just besides simplifying the defense, just teaching the guys a certain way where it makes it easier for them. And then this way you can take that next step. But the thing, he said something I'm going to listen to it again. So maybe I can rephrase what I'm trying to say better. But we're not, people say we're putting him on a pedestal, put up a statue of him, this and that. That's not what we're doing. Again, see, you guys are trying to think that we're saying, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. We're going to be the number one defense this year. We're going to do this. No. Again, we're comparing to last year. That's what you guys misunderstand in the chat and everybody that comes in here. We're not comparing them to anybody but what we had last year. So if you're going to sit here and tell me that we don't have a better coach than we did last year, that we don't have better players than we did last year, then you guys are the delusional ones, not us. And then another thing that he said, I just remembered, he says he's trying to put players in better position to succeed. If you watched our defense last year, we gave up the most big plays I believe in the league. We gave up the most big plays in the league. Guys were open by 15, 20 yards. It was ridiculous. That's the part I wanted to bring up. That's going to make a big difference, especially with these players. And you know what? Not having a superstar, not having a high-paid defensive player in the back end, like, Diggs or whoever, maybe that's a good thing that we have all these mid-tier players that are willing to learn, that are really nobodies, you know what I'm saying? And they're trying to prove themselves, and they'll accept it a lot more than a guy making $100 million. He's going to sit back there and say, who the hell is this guy coming in here teaching me? I'm not listening to him. These guys will. It looks like they're trying, and they will. Even Quentin Williams, he's going to learn. He's trying to learn. So that's That's all you can ask at this point. If you got guys on your team that are willing to learn and make the defense better, I mean, we're not saying Super Bowl, like, again, going back, guys in the chat, make a statue of him, put him on a pedestal, Hall of Fame coach, stupid comments. That's okay. But that's not what we're doing. We, again, comparing to last year, like B Dunk says, we can get from 31st or 30, whatever we were ranked last year, to 20, 21, 18, anything that would help us help our offense. That's all we can ask for. We're not saying we're going to go from 30th to 1st. That's not what we're saying. Has it happened before? Yes, it has. So that's what Lois always says. There's a possibility. Anything can happen. Eagles did it. Seattle did it. The Cowboys did it. Plenty of teams done it. That's not what we're asking. We're asking to be mid. 15, 18, 21. CZ thinks we'll be 23rd. Fine. That's still better than last year. That's all we're asking at this point, and keep building from there on in. But that's the one point I was trying to bring up, that he says putting people in position to succeed. Last year, if you've seen our plays, they were so out of position. It was ridiculous. Guys were open 20, 30 yards. You watch that Giant game, guys are out of position every other play. We gave up touchdowns after touchdowns like it was going out to the Giants. No offense, Jesse, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, how bad was our defense? Made all other quarterbacks look like friggin' Joe Montana.
Made Bo Nix. You made the McCarthy on the Vikings look like Joe Montana. That was his best game of the season.
He didn't do anything else after that. Just against us, he beat the shit out of us.
Even the quarterback on the Giants. That was his best game all season.
They all had great games against us. So
that's all we're looking for, fellas. We're looking for any improvement from last year that can help this team get better and move forward. That's all. We're not saying we're going to be first, second, third, fourth. You want to believe that? I'm great. I'm good. Do I want to be top 10? Of course I do, but I don't know if that's possible. Is it possible? Yes. I don't know if it is. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
And see, this where it gets contradictory. Low Eagle said, Cowboys, who's under more pressure, Christian Parker or Sean Mannion? You want to know why Sean Mannion's under more pressure?
He got more talent.
Y'all say he's driving a Ferrari.
Would you give a teenager a Ferrari?
Our defense, you said our defense don't have any talent or lack of talent, and we was the worst defense in the league. So how is Christian Parker under any pressure?
He almost has nothing to lose.
Correct.
Point.
Nothing. Sean Mannion is under more.
The only thing he's got right.
Yeah, Jesse.
The only thing that CP's got right now, guys, and I'm being honest, his first year as a defensive coach. Just like I got.
No, but with Jesse, what Roy's trying to say, he's not under pressure. We don't have all that talent.
Yeah,
like the Eagles have on their offense. They have all that talent on defense. They have all that talent on offense, according to them, and I agree. So he's got more pressure. He needs to produce with that offense. He needs to produce with that offense.
They had a conga line of experience overseas that didn't want the job, and Manny just came out of nowhere.
Doesn't matter.
And everybody's like, "Who is this guy?" But he's got to prove himself. He's got to.
But the question was, who's under more pressure? Christian Parker ain't under no pressure.
Nope.
You say he coming in. You say Sean Mannion coming in to a Ferrari, so he has more pressure. How can somebody come in with the worst defense in the league with no talent be under more pressure than a person that coming in that has all the talent and driving a Ferrari? Like that didn't make sense, Low Eagle. That didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes down to what happens. Everybody can take everybody.
It doesn't matter how we're talking about him. You said who's under more pressure. So if you're saying who's under more pressure, and you saying that your offensive coordinator is coming in driving a Ferrari with all the talent in the world, how can the person who's coming in taking over a defense who was the worst defense in the league be under more pressure than your offensive coordinator? It don't matter what we think, because y'all don't agree with what we think. It don't expect you to agree with what we think. But if you're saying that the Dallas Cowboys is lacking on defense, how is he under pressure compared to your offensive coordinator who's coming in driving a Ferrari? Like that don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Blue, can you let Rob A in?
Oh yeah, I know what I was supposed to tell you, but he was with that clip.
He needs to chat. Okay, I'll get him.
No, I think Mannion's under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, no kidding.
Rob A, I just saw Rob A text. Yeah, I'm good with that. Rob A, I can send it to you.
I think Mannion's.
Jalen Hurts is under way more pressure than Mannion.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, send it to him.
That too.
Yeah,
There's a lot of mumbling and bumbling around here.
All right.
Yeah, like I like Jalen, but I think this is the year to that's either do what he needs to do or get off the pot. Even though
What up, Rob A?
Super Bowls and everything.
What's going on?
Oh, you already sent to him. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just sent to him too.
But yeah, I don't know what like the exact expectations is on Jalen this year, but people are definitely saying this is a prove it year for him because he should be getting a new contract at some time, but I guess this will be the year to see if they're gonna go with him or not. I like Jalen a lot, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
True.
What's good, Rob?
What's up, Rob A?
What you got for
Nothing,
us?
man. Just listening to everything going on, and
Rob A, brother.
Go ahead, Robbie.
Sorry, I had switched it over to my headphones. So I'm good, man. Just sitting here enjoying the live stream going on, and I'd have to agree with what you just said, Lloyd. Mannion's definitely under more pressure. I mean, for one, it's all Eagles are big on accountability. I mean, we're quick to let these coordinators go. Two different ways have been planned out the last 5 years. Is either they're promoted into coaches when we have good seasons.
I think he's done now.
No, I can hear him. I can hear him. We can hear him.
I can hear him.
Okay, cool. Or we make stupid ass decisions, bringing in some inexperienced coordinators, and we fire them after a season. So, Mannion's definitely under more pressure for two things. One is I think the accountability is higher in Philly because the expectations are higher. It's a Super Bowl or bust almost every year in Philly, and anything less than that's just not good enough. I mean, last year was a perfect example. I mean, we won the East. If it was the Giants, Commanders winning the East, that would be like their Super Bowl, but we were one and done in the playoffs, so that was just a shitty season for us, just because expectations are so high. So with that being said, Mannion's definitely under more pressure. He has a lot of talent to work with on that offense, and we went out and drafted used our first 2 draft picks to build around the offense. So yeah, definitely. Mannion's definitely under more pressure. Parker's he ain't going to have that short leash because I think it's going to take a couple years to build the talent around to go along with good coaching. See, unlike some of the people in your chat that's talking shit about Mannion, blah, 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 this and all that shit, no one knows, just like no one knows about Parker. I'm not going to disparage Parker because I think Parker can be good. I think he will be good, but I don't think you have the talent on defense enough to be like a top 15 defense. So, I'm not going to, continue going in circles, but yeah, you're right, Lloyd. Mannion's definitely under more pressure. Expectations are higher.
And like I said, it's a lot of people that say that we don't have the talent, but that don't mean that we can't get to that point within a year.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Like I said, if we don't, I'm more than willing to come on here and be like, I was right. I'm willing to eat that bullet and suck it up and take all the shot and all the smoke that comes my way. But until then, I've seen us change it within a year. So I mean, with no talent, I've seen us change it within a year with no talent, with lesser talent. So that's my whole thing. I can't knock anybody's opinion on how they feel. My whole thing is
just an
that's
opinion.
your opinion. Yeah, that's your opinion.
Yeah, of course.
You're giving your opinion. Don't knock my opinion.
No,
Can
and
we talk about that word
No, I ain't
talent
definitely
and
saying
not.
I ain't
defense?
saying
Yeah.
you, Rob. I
No,
ain't
no,
saying you,
no.
Rob. I'm
You
just
know, I'm not saying that you're being accusatory. I'm just simply saying is no. I mean, everybody, you know, it's okay to agree to disagree and just be respectful about it and move on. And that's what I could appreciate about your channel is that we could agree to disagree and be respectful about it and move on. So with that said, I think even like what I just said is kind of you know, it's I would say kind of rude in the sense because I don't mean in the sense that you don't have any talent because you have a lot of talent on that defense. You have talent. You have holes. You know, and most teams do this year, but I just think you have some holes, and those are cause for concerns to make me think that I think your defense probably be ranked 23rd, 22, 23 this upcoming season. So it'll be better, but I don't think it'll be in the teens.
So can we talk about that word talent real quick, guys? The talent, that word I keep hearing. Who were the top defenses last year? Let's say Seattle. Let's say Houston. Let's say Denver. Right?
Yeah.
Can anybody on this panel name more than 3 players on Denver's defense?
I've asked
I'll
that
wait.
same question. I'll ask that same
Can
question.
Well,
anybody on this panel name more than 2?
I can, but I live in Denver, so.
Jonathan
Okay,
Taylor,
okay,
Patrick
great, good for you. Can somebody on this panel name more than 3 players on Houston's defense? I'll wait.
Oh, I can. Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
I
great.
can't.
We got
I
one.
got
Can
2.
anybody on this panel
Seattle.
name more than 3
Seattle.
players from Seattle's defense? I'll wait.
Chargers also.
So,
Yeah.
can anybody on this panel name more than 3 players on Dallas's defense? I'll wait.
Yeah, I can.
Of course. So we get caught up in this talent word. I think offense, that's a valid argument. Defense is not about talent. If you ever play this game, defense is about unity and coming together and playing a scheme and a system together and trusting the system. I've seen many quote unquote talented defenses that were horrible. It's not about talent necessarily on defense. Now, key positions, you have to have talent. Like, right? That's just key. But we gotta stop using this talent word when we evaluate defenses because it just doesn't add up to what we've been seeing in the NFL for the past 5 years.
SCB Dub.
The Cleveland Browns had a great defense in the past 2 years. Can you name 3 players on the Cleveland Browns defense? No. So let's not get caught up in the talent word.
Wait a minute.
Well, talent matters across the board, regardless. I mean, you can't say that you can have all the buy-in and all the unity you want, but if you don't have the talented edge rusher, it matters. If you don't have talented cornerbacks who could cover, it matters. If you don't have talented linebackers who could not only stop the run but also drop back in coverage and have the speed enough to keep up with those tight ends, it matters. Talent does matter.
But who's to say that we don't have that? That's why
Right.
I started this conversation saying that you don't have to have a superstar on every level of the defense.
Exactly.
You don't have to have a star on every level of the defense. You just have to have players that's buying into the scheme that you're trying to run, that's willing to come together and play that scheme.
And Lloyd,
that plays a major part in building a good offense and defense. Go ahead, Vinny.
hey, yeah, I was going to say, I'd rather have a bunch of real good players put in the right position to make plays than have that superstar player that's going 100 miles an hour going the wrong way. So give me the guy who can make, solid tackles and be the average good player that you put him in the position. Here comes the running back. I'm putting you in position to tackle him. Take him down rather than the good guy running all over the damn field. Give me a bunch of those guys and put them in the position where they'll succeed. Not necessarily. You don't need A1 players for every position, like Oscar was saying, and like Lloyd and B Duck was saying. Just give me
Vinny and
good
Randy.
players. That's all.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You guys
That's my opinion.
You guys were around. You guys were around for 96. You saw it. You remember better than any of us. 96, right? We were known for the triplets, right? That was everybody knew the triplets, right?
I have the picture on my wall.
How good was that defense though in 96?
Well,
ranked 7th.
Hey, Blue.
Yeah, we were still good.
We
were still good.
Rank what, Oscar?
7th.
Can anybody name 5 talented players on that defense? I'll wait.
In 96?
Yeah.
No.
It was a
Besides him,
core of players that played together. It wasn't a bunch of talented guys. What are we talking about, guys? Defense is not about talent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
how
it
many
is.
Hall of Famers were on that
Right.
defense, right?
The Baltimore Ravens defense
Just like the
had
offense.
4 talented players, but they had 11 guys that run through a wall for each other. What are
Yeah,
we talking
that
about?
matters. Absolutely matters.
It's not about talent on defense. If you play the game, you know that. The Baltimore Ravens have one of the best defenses in NFL history. They had 4 talented guys. The rest were just guys that bought in. Like I can name every great defense in the history of man. You won't give me 11 talented players. It's impossible. So I think we put too much stock in you guys don't have the talent. That's just a dumb excuse in my opinion.
It's not a
Because
dumb
we have the
excuse, Gino.
personnel.
It's not.
We
It's
have the
not the. It's
personnel.
not the dumb. You don't have the personnel. You don't. You
How
have
do you
question
know
marks
that?
at linebacker. You have question marks in your secondary. You have question marks at edge. You have solid defensive tackles. But so
People keep saying
talent
edge,
matters.
but that edge outside
Okay, outside
linebacker.
linebacker, as you like to put it, Lloyd. Yeah, you're right. Outside linebacker, since you pay a 3-4. Right, you're right.
But who's to say that we don't have that talent? Are y'all saying based off what y'all think or what you see or
Names,
Drew?
by the
And Drew,
names.
let me tell you, Drew. I know football way more than what you think. I can name more than 5 players on your defense. I can way more. I don't know what you think this is. Like I can't name players like I'm somebody like. Come on now. I can name more than 5 players on your damn defense, more than 10 players on your defense. So please stop it. Don't try to be that, Drew. But
Now, Robbie, I will admit you guys have one of the most talented defenses in the league, but that's not the norm.
offense and defense.
Have a lot of talent, yeah. That's not the
Offense and
norm.
defense. Yeah, they do.
Right. Look at Houston. Look at Denver. That's not the norm to have 11 talented players. That's just not the norm. You
No,
guys
you're
are the
right.
blessed
You're
ones.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it costs a lot of money to do that.
Well, it
Or
is
to
the
get
money,
up and
Vinny.
under.
It's not money because all of ours are just we
No,
just
or
did
to
in the
get
draft.
lucky with rookies. Yeah, well, I get
Yeah.
that. You need that combination.
Yeah, no, we definitely. You're right that there's a combination, but as far as the talent that's on Eagles defense and even on Houston's defense, a lot of that has came from the draft of just being
Yeah.
lucky enough to
No, I
hit in the
agree with
draft.
that. I agree that helps. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
guys filled in.
You can't name a lot of defenses
players.
that are just top to bottom talented. Like it doesn't exist.
And B Dunk, I'll give you this is that I think you're actually more on point about that comment when it comes to Denver's defense because you're right. Beyond Benito, Sertan, and Hufanga, I mean, there's not like a lot of names that Wolf, I believe, on their defense line.
Cooper, he's good.
Right.
Right, but I'm saying, but they're not household names like the
Exactly.
Jalen Carters or the
Right. That's my
Miles
point.
Davis. I mean, I get your point with that because me being in Denver, I'd say that they have a better defense than Philly does, and I can't name all 11.
Exactly.
So I see your point there, but they also have a proven, talented defensive coordinator who has been a head coach who's been around, and I'm not saying Parker hasn't, but he
Right,
doesn't
I
have the experience that the DC and Denver has.
I agree. Yeah.
This is what before you become an offense coordinator. When you become an offense coordinator, before you become an offense coordinator, defense coordinator, you never called plays before.
Right. You got to start somewhere.
This is where you make your name. This is how your name comes out as a defense coordinator. Because, mind you, if it don't work out for you, there's nobody else going to hire you as a defense coordinator or offense coordinator. And the fact that Christian Paul could have been like, no, I'm gonna stay with the Eagles. I don't want to go to this defense was terrible. Why would I want to go to the Cowboys? And this defense was fucking terrible. I'm gonna stay here where I want a Super Bowl here. Why would I take this fucking job? And see, these are the type of things that I take into consideration because he didn't have to come to the Cowboys, to the worst defense in the league. He could have stayed with the Eagles. He could have stayed there with the Eagles and just been set with being Eagles. He won a Super Bowl there. Or he might have could have went to took another position. Just like
Did he
Jim
get any
Leonard
other
did.
offers? I don't think he got any other
I don't know.
offers.
I can't tell you he did. I don't know. I'm saying even if he didn't get any other offers, he could have just stayed with the Eagles. Why would you take a position going to? This is the thing. I can understand if he went to the 15th ranked defense or something like that. He went to the worst defense in the league. The worst. Why would you take your chances on going to the worst defense in the league to come out on your debut as a defensive coordinator to call plays for the first time as a defensive coordinator? Why would you take that chance? Why would you take?
You would take that chance for one because the money's a hell of a lot better. I mean, it is.
Dan Quinn was offered.
shit.
Dan Quinn was offered a head coaching job when his first year with us. He didn't. No, I'm good. I don't want to go nowhere. No, I'm good. He turned down a lot of jobs and chose to stay with the Cowboys as the defensive coordinator.
But coordinators make a lot more than position coaches. Not as much as head coaches, but they make more. And I think two reasons why. I mean, I don't know who you're asking that question to, or if it's rhetorical. But for one, the money, and then two, the challenge to grow. He knew he wasn't going to get a defensive coordinating position anytime soon in Philly. I mean, Vangio staying another 2 years, and even if Vangio were to leave, I thought Clinton Hurt would be lined up to get that role before Parker did if he was still in Philly. So, I mean, to me, of course, he's going to make more money and then, embrace the challenge. I think he wants to grow. I think he eventually wants to be a head coach. I'm not ready to I'm not going to knock him because I think Parker will be a good coordinator, but I'm not ready to anoint him a head coaching position already. And a lot of people are.
Well, you got a lot of Eagles fans that said he's going to be a head coach within 2 years, or he's going to be the Cowboys' next head coach. Like these are Eagles fans saying it. It ain't Cowboys fans.
Right. Well, I mean, and some Eagles fans could say that. Some Eagles fans also say Dak sucks, and some Eagles fans think that Dak is amazing. I mean, just ask Mark Holmes. I mean, so you're going to have different opinions. I mean, shit. I mean, Eagles fans are not. I mean, there's a lot of things I'll go against the grain. Last time I was here, I said Jalen Hurts wasn't a top 10 quarterback, and I'm an Eagles fan. So, we're all going to have our own opinions. You know what I mean? Right. I mean, so with that being said, I don't think Parker is going to be a head coach in 2 years. That's me, unless he's Dallas's head coach if that aligns, because Jerry likes to kind of promote from within, clearly, or promote guys that he's familiar with. But I think that's a disservice to Shoddy to already say that. But that's just what I think.
Yeah, well, I don't know how it was going on in the chat, but when I've heard that CP is going to be a head coach in the next 2 years, it came from Drew, Leo, and it came from those guys. This ain't me saying it. It ain't nobody on the panel saying it. This was coming from those guys. Like, y'all should know CP better than what we know. We never uttered out our mouth that CP was going to be a head coach within the next 2 years. This was coming from them. So that's where we getting this from.
What's a disservice to even say shit like that CP will be a head coach in 2 years when I think Flores is more qualified to be a head coach now. Or Flores should be a head coach before CP is. That's just my opinion.
Brian Flores should be a head coach right now.
Absolutely.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. He's still
not with that lawsuit.
Litigation, right? Yeah, he's still
with that lawsuit going.
Right. I mean, we clearly know why he's not, but I'm just simply saying it would be a disservice that Flores wouldn't get a head coaching position, or that CP would get one before Flores.
Right. Talent-wise, he should be a head coach.
Drew, don't change your stance. You said he'll be a head coach in 2 years. Don't change your stance now.
Yeah, you were one of the first person that said that. You were one of the first person to say that.
Yeah, to stand on those 10 toes. Don't say he's gonna be a head coach someday. You say
he'll
be a head coach in 2 years. You say he'll be a head coach in 2 years.
They've been saying that to use that against us. What y'all going to do? Because he's not going to be there long.
Rob, they've come on this channel saying this several
He's not gonna be there
1,001
long.
times. CP will be a head coach in 2 years. They said
2 to 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's okay if they feel that way. And maybe, who knows? Maybe he will. I mean, I just think there's a lot of great coordinators and even position coaches out there that, there's only 32 positions open, man. It's kind of hard to step into that. Those are the big shoes to fill to be a head coach for any team.
Drew, I got plenty of receipts. Please don't do that. I got plenty of receipts. I keep them. I got receipts. Check this out, Robbie. When they said these things, I'm saying if you're saying that CP will be a head coach within 2 years, that means it has to start his first year. So if he's going to be a head coach in 2, I've been saying this since day one when they said this, Robbie. If he's going to be a head coach in 2 years, that means he has to be great this first season. Because you can't be a head coach in 2 years if you're not
haven't done nothing really great. Yeah.
So that means starting now.
I agree.
You have to be a great defensive coordinator. So that's why I told him. So what are you saying? So if you're saying he's going to be a head coach in 2 years, that means he has to be great as defensive coordinator his first year.
I think he has to at least be in the teens this first year and in a top 10 the year after to line up for a coaching position. Again, I think there's just a lot of good, talented coordinators around the league that deserve a shot, but there's only 32 positions open, or not even 32 open, but 32 slots that are out there. So who knows?
But that's been Drew. I'm not going to answer your question.
That was a stupid answer.
Yeah, that's a stupid question. Would you trade the Cowboys defense for the Eagles?
No, I wouldn't even read it. I wouldn't even answer.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, it's a bullshit.
He changed the goalposts every time. Now he's trying to get off the A bullshit.
We said it on this channel plenty of times. We know the Eagles have the best talented defense.
We've acknowledged it. We've
been
acknowledged
propping
it
you every single time. Like, come on.
I got into a fight with an Eagle guy the other day about that Eagles defense. Remember Bobby? Not this Bobby, a different Bobby. Sticking up for the Eagles defense. We know they got all that talent. And Brabe's right. We don't have a Q or Quentin Mitchell. No, we don't. But, we're hoping that.
Make one. We'll make
Bob, Brabe, you guys are looking at it different. You think we're going to have the Eagles defense or Seattle's defense. Believe me, we're not looking nowhere near that. Not yet. We know we're not there. But if you experience what we experienced last year, anything that's better than last year is a plus for us. You understand? That's the mindset we have. Drew says it's a loser mentality. Maybe it is. I don't know. But if you can give me a 23rd, a 21st, or 20th from what we had last year, we're thrilled about that. We're not looking at a first, second, third. Well, we know that's not it. It's possible, but that's really not doable. We don't know what we have on defense. We don't even know if Bland can play. We don't know what we're getting from Ravel. We don't know what we're getting for Overshown. These players are going to be big until we're deciding to do or go. So that's why I was saying earlier before you came on that maybe I'm glad we're not spending on all just name players that we think are talented or whatever, because we don't know what direction we're going to go. We might go 6-7 weeks and stink it up and he might have to start from scratch again. So I'm okay without spending the big money on the big plays and talent plays, because I don't think that's the way to go yet, because we're not there. We're not that 1-2 players away from being a 1, 2, 3 top 5 defense. Not saying it can't happen. Like Lloyd says, we've done it before. In 2013, we got rid of our 3 best players, DeMarcus Ware, Sean Lee, and Ratliff, and we became a top 10 defense the following year. And we got rid of our 3 best players. So it can happen. Doesn't mean it's going to. We got a long way to go. I know that. And we all know that. We're just hoping that we can get better than what we had. We're only comparing it to last year. We're not comparing it to Eagles or Seattle or Denver or Houston. We're comparing it to what we had last year.
I hear you.
That's all we're doing.
And you know what? There is absolutely, like I told Loyal Cowboy the other day, and even Vinny, we're going to the Super Bowl. I can't be mad at you for thinking that. You guys are fans, and this is your team, and I get that. I mean, who am I to sit there and tell you that your team's not getting? I mean, I get that. I mean, Be happy about your team. Be a fan. You wouldn't be a true fan if you didn't feel, optimistic about your team this year. Especially this time of year. And I think at this point, you guys will improve. That's just reality. I mean, reality is, I think you have a better DC in place. I know he hasn't called a play yet, but I feel he's going to be better. I think you have better talent on defense than you did last year. And I think you will improve. I mean, I think the focus beyond the holes that I mentioned is, I think your offense is going to be good. I think it's going to be very good. I think there's some question marks at both of your tackles. I think still can't pass block worth shit, and I think Guyton can't stay healthy. And when he's healthy, I don't see too much in him. So I don't think that's talked about enough. But beyond that, I mean, your offense is good. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So do I think you guys will be better? Yeah. I think you'll definitely have more than 7 wins, which is an improvement. I have you around probably 10 wins this upcoming season, and because I think your Achilles heel is your schedule. I think you have a really tough schedule. You're playing a lot of teams that were over 500 last year, and I think that's been Dak's Achilles heel, is that he doesn't beat teams that are over 500. And those are facts.
Well, you know what, Rob? Hey, you know what? Well, then you know what? This year, we're done with all that. We have to. You're right. We have to hold Dak accountable. And I'd rather play this schedule than play a weak ass schedule like we did some of those 12-5 years, and then get into the playoffs and shit the bed. So if he can't get it done, then they're gonna have to. We all agree on this panel. We got to start looking for a different solution. And that's why I like what B. Dunk said a couple of months ago. Let's build a team, not a team. This way you get everybody ready, whether you can do it with Dak or not, then it's not a problem. Then you just move on from Dak like the Rams did. They went to the Super Bowl with Goff. They knew he wasn't good enough, but they built a team around Goff. And then they were able to insert Stafford amongst other players. They did it the right way. That's why I agreed. Just build around that. Don't rely everything on Dak. Right now, we have no choice but to rely on Dak this year and maybe possibly next year. But build the team the right way. This way we don't if you see, and this is nothing against Donald or anything like that, because he played great in the Super Bowl. He played great for the last 2 years, but it shows you don't have to have a great quarterback to win a Super Bowl. And I'm not saying any of the quarterbacks that won in the last couple of years have not been great. Brady, Stafford, you know what I'm saying? But you don't need to. You need a great defense, and you need a decent offense, and then you can get the job done. And that's what we're hoping, because we have seen from Dak has not been getting it done. So I'm hoping.
Well, see, I disagree with tired ass Cowboy fan, because he puts in their whole Dak accountable. He gets blamed for everything negative. No, that's not the same as being held accountable.
No.
Being blamed is, the media could crucify him, but hold him accountable. If he was in Philly, he would have never gotten that second contract. That's just that.
Dak is as good or better than Darnold is. He deserves a Super Bowl as well as Darnold did. So he could win. He could win one. So people can't say Dak can't win the Super Bowl. I think that's full of shit. I think he can win, but it's got to be in the right position to win. He's got to throw the ball 20 to 25 times.
He's had the position. He's had the position to win. That Niner game, he fucked that game up.
Both games.
Both of those Niner games, he was in a position to win those, man.
He didn't do it then.
Okay, but that's accountability, right? That's what why I brought it up is because he's saying that they're held accountable because he's blamed for anything. Being blamed and being accountable are two different things.
I understand he lost. That doesn't mean he's going to lose this year. The people don't understand. This is a different year. Otherwise, they would just give it to anybody.
You're right, but this is my pushback, brother. This is my pushback, respectfully. Because I hear other content creators say this. Dallas content creators say this. Well, Josh Allen hasn't won one. Herbert hasn't won one. Sunshine hasn't won one. But why are they ranked higher than Dak? And I'm going to tell you. Okay, well, hold on. Let me finish my Vinny. But let me finish my point. This is my point. But this is my point, though, Vinny, is that they have more upside. They have more upside because they're younger. Dak has a 10-year resume, and after 10 years, if you don't have it, It's pretty fucking rare that you're going to
How
get
long
it.
did it take Elway to win one? How long
Dude,
did
what,
it take
you
Manning
can't
to win
compare
one?
Dak to John Elway.
No, I'm not.
Elway,
But how
right,
long
it
did
took,
take
okay,
him?
but no,
I'm
I hear
going
you. Okay,
by
but how
years.
many
I'm
Super
not going
Bowls did he
by
go
talent.
before he won one? He at least had playoff success.
Yeah, he lost 3. Right.
All I
He
know is
went to
if he
3.
wins this year, what are people going to say? It was
Oh,
lucky.
if.
It took 30 years.
Elway has lost
20 years.
Elway has lost more Super Bowls than Dak has won playoff
I
games.
understand all
3.
that.
But
I
you're
get all
comparing him
that.
to Elway.
But it doesn't matter what you did last year. It
It
matters what you
matters.
do this year. So what I'm trying to tell you is Dak can win a Super Bowl. Don't tell me he can't.
He
You
hasn't
understand
shown
what
it
I'm
in
trying to
10
say?
years, and he's had opportunities with good teams.
I don't care what he did last year.
Well, that's Rob's
I don't care what happened last year. It
Then
matters
it's
what
not
happened
about
this
accountability,
year.
then, Vinny. It ain't about
No, it's
accountability.
accountability last year. It doesn't matter what happens this year. I didn't hit the lottery this last year. I can hit the lottery this year. Who the frick knows? I'm not saying it can't be done, but give the guy his chance until his career is done. You don't know that. I don't know that. Just give him his chance. When his career is over, you could say, look how bad he was. And I'll agree with you. And listen, I root for the cloth. I don't root for the necessary player, but he's the guy we have. So that's the guy we got to go with. We have no choice at this point.
That sounds like an abusive relationship where a wife deals with bullshit for 50 years of being slapped around and say, you know what, this is what I got, so I'm just going to deal with it.
I agree with Vinny. I agree with Vinny.
But I missed the first part of what you said, Rob.
You're hoping on hope, bro, and that's okay. You hope on hope, but 10-year resume, when you should know within 10 years if you're him or not, and he's not him. He's not.
But at the same time, I agree with Vinny. Like, okay, he hasn't won within all these years, but that don't mean he still can't. Anything is possible. That don't
Anything
mean
is possible.
You know what?
That don't mean he can't win. He still can win as long as he's in the league. Sam Darnold, nobody expected Sam Darnold to win a goddamn Super Bowl. I don't give a damn how old he is. Nobody expected Sam Darnold to win a goddamn Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl. Like, I hold Dak accountable. I'm one of the ones that hold Dak accountable. Look, I hold his ass accountable. He done fucked up a lot of playoff fucking games. He has. He fucking has. Those 49ers games. And a lot of people blame the damn Green Bay Packers game. I hold him accountable too. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I hold his ass accountable.
But he also played quarterback.
He's my quarterback. I also say, this has to be Dak's. Oscar spoke about it. This has to be Dak's best year, not stat wise. He got to be better efficiently. He has to be better. He has to be better fucking accuracy. He has to be better everywhere else, but it's not about the stats anymore. It's not about the stats anymore. We can't just say that this has to be Dak's best year. Even though Jalen Hurts has won a Super Bowl, this has to be Jalen Hurts' best year too.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I speak about Dak Prescott all the time. I can't talk about other quarterbacks and not hold my own goddamn quarterback accountable. I can't speak about other quarterbacks and not hold Tony fucking Romo accountable. I hold every last one of my quarterbacks accountable. I get in their shit. I get in their fucking shit. I didn't want to give Dak neither one of the fucking contracts he's got.
No, what we do with all our players, wide receivers dropping balls.
Respect Lloyd, because I agree.
The amount of money you make, you got to make that freaking catch. So same thing. We all hold our players accountable. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, maybe you as a fan does, but Dallas as an organization does not.
Yeah, well, I have no control over that.
I'm one of the ones like
that's
you
the problem.
You just seen Dak play.
Over that.
I'm one of the ones you just seen. I'm like you seen Dak play 10 years. What more are you going to get from him? But he's our quarterback, so I'm a stick with him. But I still got to hold him accountable, just like I hold all the other 31 teams quarterback accountable. I got to. I can't talk about their quarterback and not talk about mine and just be a safe place to where my quarterback is still good. No, I gotta hold this motherfucker accountable. Dak should have at least, to me, in my eyes, Dak should have at least 2 Super Bowls. At least 2.
As of right now, correct?
as of right now, he should
Yeah.
have at least 2 Super Bowls.
I don't disagree with you.
Yep.
But you have other content creators and like how you mentioned fans earlier, like you said, some Eagles fans have been saying this about CP, but you know what? I've been hearing nonsense from other Dallas content creators of saying, Dak's never had a good team around him. Let him.
No,
that's not fucking true.
Not true at all.
I hate people. I hate hearing people say that. That's bullshit.
Yeah. I
For
think
people
we
to
all
say
agree
that
with
Dak
that.
hasn't
Top 5
had a good
defenses
team
3 straight
around
years.
him,
Yep.
he's had
No, we
the
agree.
necessary weapons on offense, and he's had a good defense. He went with 13-3 his first season.
Right. And I don't blame that loss in the playoffs on him that year. It's just Rodgers was pretty legit in that final drive. I mean,
a miraculous catch and a miraculous
see, and that's just being real. Right.
It's like you
But
said, if he would've
Dak was
intercepted that
fucking up
ball,
in those Niner games, man. He just in
would've
the
never
playoffs.
Yeah, he choked.
Hey, both.
He
Not
choked
just
those.
one, both of them.
He
And that
choked.
Green Bay one, when he threw that pick six, I was lights out at that point.
My main games when
damn.
it comes to Dak, my main games is the 49ers game. The defense only allowed 19
points. Yep.
One
Or
fucking
top
touchdown.
offense. Or top 5 offense. Yes.
Yep.
And didn't you have Pollard and Zeke that year?
What was that?
Who?
Didn't you have Pollard and Zeke
Yeah,
that
but
year?
he got hurt. But Pollard got hurt.
Pollard
though.
got hurt.
Yeah, Pollard got hurt in the
And
second
that's
quarter.
That's
Yes,
when the
sir.
49ers were
Right,
excited.
but wasn't the Niners? I mean, this is just the eye test because I watched it,
Yeah.
and the eye test to me was their defensive coordinator for the Niners said, "Hey, I'm going to shut down that run. I'm going to put it in Dak's hands, and if he could beat me, then
Yeah.
God bless you."
But Rob A,
That's
Rob A,
exactly
Dak
what he
did
did.
not come through.
Rob A,
Exactly,
Rob A,
exactly.
Rob
I've
A,
seen
Rob
that,
A.
yeah.
When Tony Pollard got hurt in that game,
Blue, I'll be
Kellen
back.
Moore was our offense coordinator. He stopped running the ball and put the whole game on Dak Prescott's shoulder.
Yes, he did.
But see, they did the same thing in the Super Bowl when Kansas City played us. Spags says, "I'm going to stop Saquon. I'm going to put it in Jalen's hands."
Uh-huh.
But I'm saying, but they were stopping Saquon. When Tony Pollard went out, they stopped running the ball completely and just put
we
it in
had
Dak's
nobody.
hands.
Well, we had Zeke, you guys, and Zeke wasn't doing nothing though. That's what.
Right.
So,
And beyond that, I mean,
You got to keep defenses honest. You can't
But-
just
but-
stop
but
running
it-
the
You're
ball and be
one-dimensional. You
predictable.
know that.
Yeah,
You're
you can't be
coached.
predictable. You got to. It's ways.
Rob, you gotta
I'm gonna
admit
tell you
that.
something. We didn't run
One-dimensional, you're
screens.
screwed.
We did not run any doggone screens at all. Running back screens. I don't know why. For the life of me, under Kellen Moore, we didn't run running back screens. We didn't do that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Are we blaming the quarterback or are we blaming for this point? For the
Well,
coaches?
Dak had the ball in his hand. Dak tried to
the
force
right
some
scheme, though,
passes.
but you don't put him in the right situation, though.
No, hell no. You
No,
can't get paid.
I'm just asking. I'm asking. No, I'm not
No,
before you got paid. This is before you got
My
paid.
response to that, Blue, is you cannot be the highest paid quarterback in the league and not make a difference.
twice.
Was he? Yeah.
Point blank.
Twice.
Point
We
blank.
ran Carson Wentz after the way how he moved up to get Carson Wentz, and we shipped his ass out quicker than quick because if you ain't him, you got to go. And
Everybody did it. The Rams did it. They went to the Super Bowl with Goff. He wasn't it. Gone.
Good
They went to the,
organizations know when to move on.
Matt Stafford that was in the lead for 10 years, though. They got Matt Stafford, though.
Yeah, I understand. But then what about San Francisco? They had Garoppolo went to the Super Bowl, got rid of him.
Yeah, well, that's
Good
scheming,
organization.
though. They can put anybody around that scheme and make it win.
Right.
Man, they couldn't put anybody around that scheme because anybody.
Look, they
come
put
in and
Purdy.
win
They
Super
put
Bowl.
Purdy. They put Purdy. And
They
Purdy
ain't-
went to the
did
Super
they
Bowl,
win Super
though.
Bowl? Did they win Super Bowl?
They
They
made,
went to
49ers
Super Bowl.
never 49ers never won a Super Bowl or won
I'm
a Super
saying,
Bowl. in
Dak
this
has
time.
Well, they won.
They've won
has
5.
had
Yes.
Dak has had every chance. And for anybody to say that he ain't had talent around him, Dak has
No.
had talent. He's
Plenty
had
of talent.
plenty of talent. To say you can't make excuses for Dak, and you can't make excuses for Dak and then get on the other quarterbacks. I keep saying this. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
no.
He's had talent. He's had talent.
Oh, he had Amari Cooper at one point. He had Des Bryant. He had
He's
CeeDee
had
Lamb still.
talent.
Yeah,
You know,
we
so
know
that's
he's
wide
had-
receivers.
We
you
know
know,
he's
you
had
know.
talent. We know that.
But you know, but Jalen Hurts has only had 1 or 2 talents, and he's done it though. You know, I'm agreeing. That's it doesn't just take.
Yeah, but it is
talent,
the
it just
ultimate
takes
team
player.
game too. You know, The
Well, it
ultimate
takes the
key
heart,
game.
and you
I
know,
mean-
like they said, he put it in Dak's hand, and Dak.
You know,
didn't
you
do
got
it.
one quarterback and 10 other players.
Well, hold on. I got a question, Rob A. But some people
Rob
say
A,
if you take Dak out of Dallas, he has the talent to win a Super Bowl. If you don't have the talent to do it, you just don't have the talent. So,
Facts.
why is people say that confuses me? I'm just asking a question.
No,
I'm
I
not a
like that
Cowboys
question,
fan.
Oscar.
Point. I'm just asking the question. Some people say if he left Dallas, he can win a Super Bowl.
I
If
believe
he's
Drew
not
was
it,
one of those
he's
guys
not
that
it.
said that.
Right, because he's had the cello in Dallas and didn't win a Super Bowl. So why would he go somewhere else and win a Super Bowl?
I don't get.
No, that's just not logical. I don't like
12
those
and
kind of
5,
comparisons.
That's a bad quarterback. I mean, 3 years, 12
No.
and 5. Does he suck? I mean, is he that bad?
Well, every time he's gotten, Dak he's talking about.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying
but
to
we're
say
talking
that.
about playoffs. 12 and 5
We're
is
talking about
deceiving. Look
playoffs.
at the
That's
teams
I
we
don't even
played that
care
year.
about that. You're still 12 and 5. You're still a professional quarterback winning 12 games in the league.
But Vinny, but answer this.
matters.
Vinny, can you answer this? Are you happy
don't have
with this
to-
12?
you don't have to-
Are you
go
happy with
ahead.
this 12 and 5 though? Are you happy with this 12 and 5?
No, I'm not. But
So
I'm just
that's what-
telling you.
that's what
he's
as
not
fans
12
of-
and 5 because he sucks.
But no, we're not okay. We're not saying
Well,
he sucks though. We're
that's what
saying
it
if he
sounds
does
like.
no, what
I
we're
mean,
saying.
look, I don't
Vinny.
want to protect the dude.
No,
but
I'm not. Mhm.
The guy was 12 and 5, 3 years in a row. I understand they didn't win the Super Bowl.
But I get
I
Rob's
know it.
answer or
I'm
question,
64.
though.
I know it as well as anybody on here.
Mhm.
Okay, I've lived it. I've seen it. So
But
I know it. I
But
know
are
it.
we looking at
Playoffs
the
matters.
player? Yeah.
Hey, you have to realize too, Vinny. Playoffs matters, and your
does matter.
what
It's a
you
resume.
show,
It does that.
what
It
you
does matter.
show in the playoffs. That's what makes your legacy.
Why does Tom
Peyton
Brady
Manning was
have a good
talked about
legacy?
for
I
so
understand
long.
that.
Peyton Manning was talked
Did
about
Marino
so
win a Super
long,
Bowl?
and
No,
Peyton Manning
I
was
know he
talked
was
about.
in one, but
Peyton Manning was talked about so
One of the
long
best I've
in
ever
the
seen
regular
do it.
season, and he couldn't get when he couldn't get past when he couldn't get to the Super Bowl. He was talked bad about. Yeah, he was the best regular season quarterback.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he had to win Super Bowl to when it came to his legacy.
Yeah, solidify his
Dan
legacy.
Marino is not being talked about, and he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
know
All
You know-
because he did not win a Super Bowl.
I can't argue
He
with
did
you.
not
How
win
do-
a Super Bowl.
How can you argue when you don't win? But I understand that.
Playoffs and Super Bowls is what make your legacy. You can be the greatest regular season quarterback ever. Playoffs and Super Bowls is what makes your legacy.
Yep.
You playing the game for Super Bowls. Yeah, he went 12 and 5 3 years in a row. Yeah, we love that. But we ain't what you
We
want?
sound like
want
cheaters
more.
now.
You
We
want
sound like
more.
cheaters.
You want some Lombardis.
What you say every
Yes,
year, Vinny?
yeah.
You want to win a Super Bowl. You're not playing for regular season. You're
So
playing
you
for
think
Super Bowls.
he doesn't want to win? Is that
Well, I
what
know
you're
he
saying?
wants
No,
to.
no.
I'm not saying he doesn't want to.
Okay.
I just
so-
don't think he don't have that clutch gene to win.
Okay, then I think he needs to quit.
I ain't saying
I don't
that.
think.
I ain't
I
saying
think we
that.
should.
I ain't
just
saying
look
I'm
at
saying that. I just don't think he has the clutch gene to
I
win.
think you're right. I think his clutch gene is gone. Let's get rid of him.
No, it's not gone. He never had it.
Fuck it. Hey, if we can get a better
Okay.
quarterback, yeah,
Well,
fuck it.
let
That's
him
what
go
I'll say.
now. Just get
Hey,
rid
no,
of him.
Vinny,
Blue Virus, I'm with you because I'm the same way. Last
Yeah.
time I was on your show, I said the same thing about Jalen. Like someone asked me on this on this live stream last time, do I think Jalen's a Hall of Famer? No, I don't. But I don't give a shit. I just want him to win Super Bowls.
Because
That's all I care. I just want him to win. I don't care about stats. I don't care about the highest paid player. I don't give a shit about how many touchdowns. If you goes the fucking playoffs and win every game by a point throughout the whole playoffs to get a Super Bowl and win one, that's all I care about. Win
I agree with
ugly
that.
instead
I
of
agree with that,
losing.
but we can't control what he does. I don't own the team. If I own the team, maybe I would have done something different. But we can only go with what we have.
No,
And
Vinny,
what we
you
work
want to
with
win.
is
You would
Dak
want to
at this
win.
point.
So you want to do.
If you was basing off Dak getting to the Hall of Fame of regular season, Hall of Fame, just based off regular season. But you want more than just in a lot of these playoffs games. It ain't just been the defense that has stopped Dak from getting to where he needs to be. It's been Dak himself that has stopped him from getting to where he needs to be.
I know
That's
that.
the conversation. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying, man. Like, we're Cowboy fans. You're a Cowboy fan, and you've seen more than what we've seen. But at the same time, we all watch this game. we cannot sit here and just justify the things that Dak has done and the things that Dak
I
has
agree
not
with
done.
that. I'm just saying what you guys are trying to miss is you guys think that next year or this year coming up, he's not going to win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying he is
Vinny,
or he isn't.
well, we're never
but
saying
my
that.
God,
We're
give the
not
guy a
saying that.
chance.
But there's enough of a resume out there to kind of know what a player is going to be.
I understand if you go by resume, you can't go by resume. You got to go by what's next year. Otherwise, what's the point?
Vinny,
You can't. What Rob? You can't go by resume.
You guys follow
because Sam
baseball.
Darnold just won a Super Bowl, so you can't
You
go
guys
by
follow
resume.
baseball. You
No, we're
fail
saying
7
building
out
off
of
a
10
resume.
times. You're a 300 hitter. Does that look good? Oh yeah, it's tremendous. You're a 300 hitter. You failed 7 out of 10 times, and you're still a 300 hitter. So the guy, give the guy a chance.
Though.
If he doesn't win, he doesn't win.
I'm with Vinny on this. I'm
But
with
what choice
Vinny
do
on
you
this.
have?
I'm with Vinny
Well,
on this.
how many times do you go out there and hit the ball though? Till you hit those home runs though.
All right, but hold on, Lloyd. Hold on, Lloyd. How long do you want to keep giving him a chance?
Yeah, exactly. How long are you gonna have him go out there to?
What? Okay, so if he wins
Well,
this year,
we
you
only
guys
speaking
think
about
that-
this year. We only speaking about this year. If we're
This year you got-
if we're
what do you
speaking
have?
about
No,
this
if
year,
he does
You
good,
tell me
if he
who
does
we
good.
have
Hey,
better
CZ, I'm
right
loving
now
this.
to have.
But
This-
what I'm
this-
saying, if there's
this is
a
all what this is what I've been saying for the longest. If Dak does not get to a fucking Super Bowl this year, fuck him.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean,
I've
I
been
don't
saying this
understand.
from
What
the
do you want me to
beginning.
do? You have the best quarterback for our team this year right now on our roster.
How do we know
There's
that though?
nobody
How
else
do we
out
know
there
that?
that's going to come there. So are
Right.
we going to go with him?
We haven't challenged
or
them. We never
What?
challenged. We never challenged Dak to, as another backup quarterback that was good enough.
There was nobody else that was good enough to
We
back.
never
to
gave him.
challenge him.
We never went out there and got a better quarterback to challenge
There
him.
was
Right.
Yeah, you're right. But there was not one
Right.
person to challenge him.
Vinny, this
not
is
you
what
don't-
Blue
you shouldn't
Virus.
have to
This
work
is what
on
Virus
that.
is trying to say, Vinny. This is what Virus is trying to say. We went out and drafted Wentz second overall. Okay, but and he took us to a Super Bowl before he got hurt. We were like 11-1. We fucking went out and drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round to challenge him.
Okay, but how happy were you that you picked him? I bet you not one Eagle fan said, "Why are we picking a quarterback?"
Who gives a fuck though?
It doesn't matter if we were happy about it. A good organization challenged the primary quarterback to say, "You better get the shit done or get the fuck out of here."
You know how
Dak has never been challenged that way.
How mad Kansas City fans were when they drafted the quarterback Paxton Mahomes, and look how happy they are now.
Right.
You shouldn't have to. First of all, you're the highest paid quarterback. He shouldn't need no fucking challenge. He's the fucking highest paid quarterback. Fuck
You don't
all
think
that.
he challenges
should-
himself to win?
You think
he
he
goes
shouldn't
out there
need
with
no
27?
quarterback
Well,
coming
that's
in
any quarterback,
behind
though.
him
That's a
to
quarterback
challenge
playing
him.
You guys got to think a little better than that.
He
This guy
just
is a
should.
professional. You don't think so?
He
goes
shouldn't.
out there to
He
lose
shouldn't
the
need
damn
no
games?
quarterback to come in and challenge him at all. You look. When it came to
Nobody was
Carson
going to
Wentz,
outbeat him
when
anyway.
you talk
It
about
didn't
Carson
matter.
Wentz, Rob Bay, he was never
It's
the
about
highest
competition,
paid
though.
quarterback in the league. You got Dak being the highest paid quarterback in the league. You don't need your challenge is for you to get over the fucking hump and win a fucking Super Bowl.
Actually, Wentz was the highest paid at the time because he got paid before Dak was. Before Dak did.
But at the same
So-
time, yeah, he was
Because a good organization does that, right?
He got hurt but we ain't gonna go there because Jerry Jones.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
I hear all
Get in
this
there,
talk.
man.
Let me just say this. What freaking quarterback would have won on the Dallas's team last year? Any quarterback, name anybody.
We're not talking
With
about
that
this last
defense.
year, Randy.
I agree.
We're
with
just
you,
talking
Randy.
about the entirety of his
So with
career.
you.
No, we're talking about last 10 years. We're not talking about just
Right.
last year, Randy.
Yeah,
Let's talk about after that choke display that Dak did after the first 49er game. Why didn't Dallas go in there and say, you know what, maybe this guy might not be it, or at least let's draft or get a free agent quarterback in here to see maybe if we could kind of either maximize Dak to be the fullest, or beat him out and have different results when it comes to the playoffs. He's never
I
been
agree
challenged.
with you, Rob.
You don't have to
I
have a
agree. I
quarterback.
agree
You
with.
can- your
I
coach
agree
has
with
to
you
challenge
100%. But the problem is, as Dallas fans, we have one person we have to depend on. And unfortunately, he hasn't really cared about winning the last 30 years.
You're
I'm
absolutely
sorry.
right.
That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree with
sorry.
you there.
Rob,
He
You
did the
go
same
on.
thing with
line,
Romo.
you know what?
Rob,
Bottom
Rob,
line,
yeah.
we haven't
Rum, I was
taken
gonna bring that up
accountability
after.
on our own team.
That's
Period.
what I've been
And
saying.
That's
and
another.
and, and honestly, you know what? I wasn't happy we paid Dak 60 million, but at the time,
agree.
I didn't see anybody else that we could get that was going to be decent enough to. We were going to go down and we were going to be in the top 5 drafting for the next 2 or 3 years. I didn't want to do that. I'm running out of time as a 65-year-old man, and honestly, I think that this is the best chance we've had in quite a while where finally we're making some decisions that I like. And the difference in this next season is going to be, can our defense stop teams? You know, we had 5 games, our defense didn't stop anybody one time in a game. 5 games. We went 0-5, guys. 0-5. If we stop 3 or 4 of them teams 2 more times, and if this defense can be good enough to do that, then we're going to be in the division. We're going to be there at the end with the Eagles fighting for the division. If we
Right.
can't do that, I don't care what numbers we got. We're not going to be there.
Well, Brother Randy, what you just said is what I disagree with and give you pushback is Dallas never tried to go out there and get somebody better. Look at all the talent that just came out the last couple of years with
Henry.
Caleb down in Chicago. Look at what they're doing with him down there. Jaden Daniels. I mean, be aggressive enough to trade away Dak, get a first rounder, package it up, move up in the draft, and fucking get you a new guy.
Well,
Instead of just
I agree with you, but when a guy has got a
well, I know
when
he
a
has a no
guy's got
trade
a no
clause, but
trade
if you put him in the
clause,
right situation, I'm sure he'll lift it. But this wash, rinse, repeat, 10 years in a row, going on 11 years, is frankly getting fucking old if I was a Cowboy fan. They haven't never even tried to go out to get something better. You can't
They didn't
say
even,
go
but Rob, they didn't even do it with Romo.
Right.
Let's go
Dak
back to
fell on their
Romo.
laps.
There's
They
so
didn't
much
even.
talent.
They didn't do it with Romo either. Romo had 16 Pro Bowlers and pissed it all away. They didn't do. He did the same shit he did with Dak. Jerry did, like Lloyd says. That he did it with Romo. Dak fell on our laps. He was a what? 4th round. He wasn't. We didn't try to
Undrafted.
replace
Oh,
Romo
yeah,
either.
yeah.
Well, look at Toad French said Caleb isn't better than Dak. Caleb has a hell of a lot more upside than Dak. JD5 has a lot more
He said
upside
one of the
than
most
Dak.
talented quarterbacks in the league.
Herbert has more upside than Dak. Sunshine has more upside than Dak. If you put Herbert on the Cowboys, I think he would take you further. If you put Sunshine on the Cowboys, I think he would take you further.
Where they fucked up at?
What the hell you call Sunshine? Who's Sunshine?
That's
from the
Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
Lawrence.
Lawrence, yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, Fireball.
See what they tried to do was over everything was give Romo weapons in the draft and also Dak Prescott weapons. So that's what it was. They tried to build their offensive line with Romo. They did,
and they did.
Running backs, they did. When they drafted Zeke, what they had, Dak Prescott's rookie year was all for Romo. That wasn't even for Dak. That was all for Romo. Do I think that Romo probably could have made it far in the playoffs with the team that we had constructed then? Yeah, I do think so. But that was
Dak had a great rookie year, but Lloyd, you think he would have did better than Dak did in his rookie year?
Yeah, but Romo was a proven vet. Yeah, you give him Zeke. I just
Zeke was for Robo.
I just think that team was constructed more for Romo, and Romo hurt his back. But
hold on. But Romo had Murray in 2014, and he had 1,800 yards. So he had his version of Zeke.
Yeah, but we had a better defense.
Better defense.
Defense, and we had a better offense. Their offensive line was number one.
For tired ass Cowboys fans, is Trevor Lawrence is 1 or 2 in the playoffs. What the fuck is Rob talking about? Okay, so that's one fucking less win than Dak, and he's 4 years younger. What the fuck are you talking about?
He just proved
Tired ass Cowboy. Tired ass Cowboy said that Herbert would, or Trevor Lawrence is 1-2 in the playoffs. What is Rob talking about? Or what the fuck is Rob talking about? Fucking, are you kidding me? Trevor Lawrence is 20. He's 26 years old. He's still a kid, and he has that's one less playoff win than what Dak has. And Dak's what, 31?
So you said, so what you
5
said, Rob?
fucking year difference. Get out of here.
Trevor Lawrence was on this team. You said Trevor Lawrence was on this team. Will be better.
I think Trevor Lawrence will be better than Dak. He has a lot more upside than Dak.
I believe so too.
That's a Cowboy fan saying that.
I'm with Herbert. I don't know about Lawrence. Herbert, I agree.
If you want to say
Herbert, I
about
agree.
Herbert, if you want to say about Herbert, okay. Okay, I can go with the Herbert thing, but Trevor Lawrence, he had a
Trevor Lawrence plays for the fucking Jaguars. What talent does he? Does he have a CD Lamb and a Pickens?
That's a good point.
Do you know they had 11 ranked defense? Do you know they
Got
had
into the
11 ranked
playoffs.
defense when they made it to the playoffs? The last season they made it to the playoffs.
And you know he's 5 years younger than him and has one less playoff win than Dak.
But what has he done?
What has Dak done?
No, what I'm saying
We're
is
talking about Lawrence now.
Okay, but let's talk about Lawrence. Well, you're talking about that organization that's burning through coaches left and right down there?
Trevor Lawrence is not a better quarterback than Dak.
Trevor Lawrence has way more upside than Dak.
Oh my God.
There's not. Get out of here with thinking that Dak is better than that.
Justin Herbert,
Right.
Justin Herbert, yeah. Trevor Lawrence, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Didn't they beat you guys?
Hell no.
Didn't they just beat you guys 2 years ago?
Because he's younger, man. That's it.
Well, doesn't that matter? Upside. That's what I'm talking about. Upside. He's 5 years younger.
What upside are you seeing with Trevor Lawrence that he's younger?
He is younger.
I
Yeah.
can name a lot of quarterbacks that's
Well,
younger
saying
than
if you
Dak
put
Prescott.
Trevor Lawrence in here, yeah,
You have time to gel and get better. It's true.
I can tell you several quarterbacks that's younger than Dak Prescott. Does that make if they put?
Well, that's what he said.
That's
He
the
named
upside.
five. He named 5 quarterbacks, though. He just named
I'm
those.
saying, but the upside can't be just because he's younger.
So how old?
Yes,
no,
it does, because that means they can develop them more. You have,
Justin Fields is younger. You put him on this team, he's better than Dak Prescott.
no.
If you want to say the upside is based off them being younger, it can't be just based off them being.
Oh, I'm not saying every younger quarterback's going to be better than Dak. I just named specifically what I was talking about. I was talking about the Herberts, the Lawrences, the Caleb Williams, the Jaden Daniels.
Joe Burrow.
I'm a fan of Herbert.
And why we got to that particular point is because it was said that Dallas has never gotten anybody to compete against Dak. Look at all this younger talent that they never even tried to get somebody to compete against him, like the Trevor Lawrences, the Herberts.
Draft pick though, and
Yeah, they're
we've
not
never
going to
been
pick
that.
that
Yeah,
high. When was the last time they picked that high?
but we should have got a second round quarterback.
You should have made some moves, like Rob A said. You could have did something to try to get somebody, something, did
someone to
something.
challenge them. I agree with
They
that.
needed
100%.
they needed more important players at that point. They didn't need a quarterback.
Well, then that's our issue, though. We need to make that. We need to make that.
You always need another quarterback, Vinny. You always need you should always draft a quarterback.
When you have Josh Allen, you're gonna go get a
I was
first-round
just going to
quarterback?
say that, Vinny.
No,
I was
it's
just
not
going
going
to
to
say
happen.
that. Lamar
Well, I think-
Jackson, Josh
Absolutely.
Allen. Ain't nobody they
Absolutely
ain't drafted
not.
no
You're gonna get a
quarterbacks to
first-round
challenge
pick.
them, and they ain't won nothing.
No,
Well,
that's,
no, what-
that,
hold
that's
on, you
ludicrous.
All right, Vinny. So this is the thing. This is the thing. If you guys don't make the Super Bowl again this year, and what's going to be what's next year? Oh, we're going to stick with Dak because that's just the best we got.
You know what? That was my next question. Like, what's the point where you say, okay, Dak's got to go?
When's enough? Yeah, when's
enough?
enough?
27.
No, I'm just
4 years
question.
ago.
I'm not saying.
Break your heart. When did she break your
I
heart?
said the motherfucker should have been gone 5 years ago.
Well, I said that too.
That's what
I
Rob
wanted
is
Brady
getting
or
at, though.
Stafford.
Rob is
Yes.
getting at this, like, if we
Oh,
drafted
Glass.
5
No.
years
He's
ago,
making a great point.
he makes a
When
great
is
point.
okay?
Yeah.
This year, what does he have to do for us Cowboy fans to say, yeah, okay, we'll keep him another year?
Well, he's got to
go.
prove it, though. You say.
What's that, Jess?
Super Bowl.
Took it straight. Tua.
Super Bowl. He has to make it to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I didn't mention Tua, so I probably not Tua. I don't think Tua would have.
Got all those concussions.
Dak has to make it to the Super Bowl. For me, Look, I wanted to get rid of him 5 years ago.
Yeah,
So
I'm kinda-
Me too.
he's still on
I
this
want the
goddamn
Grady or
team,
Stafford. Yes.
he need to go to. That's why I love this schedule. He has no fucking excuses.
Well, it's like
I
this, guys.
love
If
it.
you have a
He don't even have, but without the schedule, he never had any excuses. But now you got to play. You got to be smarter. You got to be smarter with this schedule on how you operate on the field.
So you don't think the Dallas fans are going to give him an excuse because they have a young defense, a
That's
new
exactly
coordinator?
what's
They're
going
going
to
to blame
happen,
the
Oscar.
defense now.
They might do.
Oscar, you are 2 steps ahead, bro. You're playing chess.
They might do, Oscar. I'm not.
Others are playing checkers.
I'm not.
But Lloyd, I have a question. If
What if
I'm
they
saying
win?
if I'm saying
And what are the
if
Dallas fans going to say that jumped off the bandwagon? Say, "Oh, hey, we won. Now I'm behind them."
Well, that's what everyone does.
No.
Every
I'm saying
bandwagon
one
does
thing.
that. Those are
Go
bandwagon
ahead.
fans. Those are bandwagon
If the
fans.
fa-
though.
Go ahead,
if
Jesse. Yes.
if I'm saying you guys do well or not, your quarterback, if he screws up, would you guys consider getting a quarterback in the next draft? It's been 20 years since quarterback's been that plentiful.
Well, that's my question, Jesse. When? What? What does he have to do for us not to think
There you
that?
go.
Or what does he have to not do for us to think that?
He got to make it to. In my
He's
eyes,
gotta
he
prove
gotta
it.
make it to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is Dak's
That's what I
last
mean.
year for me. Like I said, been wanting to get rid of him for the last 5 years. 5 years ago, I wanted to get rid of him. He has to make it to Super Bowl. No excuses.
But how long does Dak? He has 3 more years on his contract. To be honest, 3 more years.
No, I ain't getting him a 3 years.
Now we can get rid of him
No,
after this.
But no, he has.
I think those are dead years, aren't they?
No, he on his contract. How many more years does he have left?
Oh,
yeah,
he got 3
years. You have an out on him after this year.
Yeah, you got an out on him.
I think
You
so.
can get
Yeah.
out. You can get out.
Those
Yes,
years.
he's right.
2030.
Oh, so yeah, so
2030,
then,
you got an out on
yeah,
him.
Lloyd, you're on your point, and then
We know
we should
that.
get rid of him this year, then go get another quarterback to kind of piggyback off of Jesse. Yeah, we should go off of the first draft. If we do horrible, if we do great, if we have a first round, great
Makes
first round
sense.
draft, instead of grabbing that best wide receivers, let's go and draft Dak's replacement.
Fuck, no, you
Right.
got 2 good receivers. You don't need to grab. You grab
No,
no
we don't have.
receivers.
Yeah, or I'm just saying. I just threw that out.
If
I don't
Dak
know.
don't make to the
I know where
fucking
you're coming from,
Super Bowl,
Blue Virus. Or go out and draft that,
You see what I'm
that
talking
next
about?
If you don't
high-end
make
cornerback
it to
or
the Super
whatever.
Bowl, you sign. You most definitely sign George Pickens. You lock his ass up, and you go use that first round draft pick. Go get you a goddamn quarterback. Simple.
Yeah,
as that.
yeah.
Like,
There you go.
I mean, I don't even know why I'm over here trying to push Dak out the door. I know he has some success.
No,
in
it's a good
Philly, but at the
conversation,
same,
Rob. There's nothing
well,
wrong with
that's
that.
different
These are
than
good. There's
thinking
but
nothing
at
wrong
the
with
same
that.
time, I kind of
We
like
have
him
great-
being there
great
because,
conversation.
yeah, I mean, so I mean, all I'm saying is there's a lot of young talent that could have, are that are out there that are thriving that has upside. I'm not saying every young quarterback has upside, but a lot like the ones that I've mentioned, I believe have a lot more upside than what Dak does at this point of his career. Because you kind of already know what you're getting with Dak.
if you're gonna draft a quarterback, this would be the draft to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
There, you're right.
But
I've been saying that.
Only if you don't make it. If Dak goes to the playoffs and gets out the playoffs again, first round, bye. You got to go. You got to make it to the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, you got to make it to the Super Bowl. You got to win the Super Bowl because it ain't just about making it to the Super Bowl. You got to
Yeah, but hold on, Lloyd. So you got people in the chat, Dallas fans, that are saying, "Oh, yeah, what players got? What quarterback going to take a worse defense to the Super Bowl?" We're not talking about just last year. He had the top 5 defense 3 straight years. In 2018, he had a top 5 defense and a top 4 running defense. So, we're not just talking about last year. I understand last year no quarterback could have won with that team. I get it. But we're talking about the 10 years. We're not talking about just 1 year.
Entirety, exactly, Oscar. And Glasper, why would you think we would want Dak on our team only to disappoint us in the playoffs, bro? I mean, seriously. I mean, the facts are the facts. I'm cool with Jalen Hurts being our quarterback, bro. And if Jalen can't,
is it easy to leave a quarterback 12-5, 3 years in a row? Is it easy to do that?
That was a couple years ago, though.
How many
you haven't made the playoffs the last 2 years, bud.
What?
It's about you haven't made the playoffs the last 2 years.
It's about now. It's actually about now. If he doesn't do now,
yeah, it's right now.
New team.
Yeah. It's not about what he did in the past. It's like a girlfriend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, she might.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
That doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't. It's a competition.
Okay, then why even play? Then just
Why
let it
even-
all go. Super Bowls don't
Because you paid
matter
'em.
last year. Nothing matters.
No, we're talking about competition and running the team. If your
Yeah.
guy's not performing,
Well-
move on to the next thing. If that's the problem, then
Okay,
move on.
it's so easy to get a quarterback in this league. They're all over the place. They're loaded.
But
Every team
Dallas
has-
isn't even trying, Vinny. That's my point.
We
They're
haven't
not
even
even
tried
trying
in
for
How,
it.
20
how
years.
many how many backup quarterbacks have we
There's
actually
maybe 10
tried?
really
Because
good
we
ones.
got lucky
After
with
that,
Dak.
everybody
Hold on. We
flipped
got
into
lucky.
one.
Hold on. We get lucky and then we get happy with him because we got lucky with Dak. Okay, he's doing good. Let's doing good.
Romo
he's doing
too.
Good. He's doing good. We kept Romo for 10 years. Exactly.
Okay, he did
And
well.
then we fell
They
into
didn't win a
Romo.
Super Bowl.
We fell
Sorry.
into Dak though. We fell into Dak because
Cleveland
Actually,
never
you're
won
right.
a Super Bowl, buddy.
Huh?
There's teams that never won.
Well,
Detroit never
yeah,
won.
Detroit.
So what are you going to try to
But
tell you?
they try to
We
got
were
a new
closer than
quarterback. They
them.
went and got Goff. They got a new quarterback.
Okay.
They got rid of
Yeah,
they got rid
traded
of Matt Stafford after 10
Bradford
years.
for him.
You're
They
beating
got
a
rid
dead
of-
horse. Is what you're doing.
They got rid of a quarterback after 10 years.
What are you talking about, Jesse? Your team sucks balls.
And they
I
just
ain't
got a
worried
new
about
quarterback,
that. I'm
too.
talking about the truth, guys. And he's been so many years. He's been beating on a dead horse. If he doesn't do it this year, go get yourself another quarterback.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay,
telling
that
you.
easy.
Man.
Yeah, it's easy.
Well,
So
hold
long
on.
I'm saying it's easy, but it's got to be done.
How long did it take for you guys to get a quarterback?
You ain't don't worry about me, but
10 years.
we have a young quarterback. You guys
haven't
my
had
Social
any-
Security
you haven't had a
quarterback for.
quarterback
What are you
since
talking
Well,
about?
hey,
You
actually,
haven't
the
had a
answer that
quarterback
they
since
actually
Eli.
they
Now
actually
you have
tried though.
somebody
They
that's been
tried. They
decent.
tried though. They went and got Dart. They got
Yeah.
they-
I mean,
they-
we're
Now
trying.
maybe after 10 years.
Well,
In 10 years, the same quarterback has not done nothing for you guys. What are you talking about?
Shut up, fool.
Facts, Jesse.
How long was Daniel? How long was Daniel
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
a fool,
Giants,
but look
Jesse?
who's dumb. Who's more dumb?
They had Daniel. They had Vinny. Or
No, how long was Daniel Jones on the Giants, Jesse? Do you remember exactly?
He was like, what, 4 or 5 years?
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years. Okay.
Yeah, because he
Didn't
signed
work?
after his
Goodbye.
fourth
And we
year
got ourselves
and
another
then
one.
signed a big contract and then was gone after that year.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was a big mistake.
They should have
Yeah,
never.
but you guys don't understand. How long, Rob? I don't know how old are you? Are you in your 50s?
Late 40s. I'll be
I can't
49.
hear you.
49 next or in a week and a half.
49.
Me too, next week.
49.
I'll remember that.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't hear you on my
Happy early
computer.
birthday, brother.
How do you remember when people
Thank you, Rhonda.
32? Happy birthday. What do you No, I was saying that years back it used to take 3 to 5 years for a quarterback to gel.
Because he sat down.
Yeah,
now
behind him,
now they want quarterbacks to be done in a year or two. If you're
And
not
that's
good in 2
ridiculous.
years, gone. So
Well, hold on. Well, we gave Dak 10 years. What would he say?
I'm just telling you.
Thank you
I'm
very
just
much.
telling you what it took for a rookie. It took 3 to 5 years to become.
We should have got a quarterback
Top
3 years
quarterback
ago. You're saying
in
that
3 to
There you
5
go.
we
I'm
got
just
3
telling
years.
you, back in the day. This is before you guys were probably even fucking born.
Not
But
me.
to Jimbo's point, look at Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, all quarterbacks that you guys could have went out and drafted and moved on from Dak. And look, dude. Drake May was just in a Super Bowl, and that team didn't pop off on offense or defense.
Yeah, but there's no guarantees with them either. Yeah, they turned out
Right,
good.
but you got to
and then
try
hindsight
sometimes.
is 2020. Right? Hindsight is 2020 with most of these quarterbacks. Hey, I collected sports cards back in the day. I collected all these number one picks. You know what the number one picks went? To shit. They were $100 when you bought them. A year later, because they turned to shit, they're worth a nickel.
That's
So,
called a
I
gamble,
mean,
though. That's a
sometimes
gamble,
you
though.
luck
That's,
out.
Right.
Yeah, that's a gamble, though.
I'm just saying, yeah, quarterback is a gamble.
And if
Right,
you gamble
right.
for so long, you wanna trade in your investment or try to fix your.
It used to take wide receivers years to become good at wide receiver. They say that's
a
one of
whole
the hardest
different game, though. It
positions
used to
do.
be a hard
Now
hitting
they
game.
become
and
great
used to
in
be
1
good.
year. So
That's
things
everybody,
are different.
though.
You're right. Maybe
That's
we
every
should have
league.
gotten a new quarterback.
That's
Let's go out and
thank
get
you.
one.
Right,
Join
right.
the dark side. Join the dark
Exactly,
get
side.
Scoresby.
exactly, Vinny. Come to the dark side, man. The
Let's get
last
Scoresby,
person saying
baby.
last
Scoresby.
person saying that I'm avoiding the fact
Yeah.
that we had the number one running back, offensive line, defense to carry Jalen Squirt. Well, listen, I've never said I just said a couple months ago on here that Jalen isn't even a top 10 quarterback. So there's nothing
No, we said
delusional
that.
about me, bro. I mean,
No.
there's nothing delusional about me. I don't avoid shit. I mean, to me, I'll call it how I see it. And if Jalen doesn't come through, he's got to go too, because I'm about accountability. I'm about wearing Eagles green, bro. I don't give a shit about the player. I care about the team. That's why I don't give a shit about AJ Brown being gone. Him being, you know, so to me, there's nothing delusional here, bro. I mean, because I'll call it how I see it, and I held my own team accountable. If you can't win, you can't. Glasser was saying that I'm making excuses for Hurts. I'm not making excuses. There ain't no excuses here, bro. There ain't no excuses.
He's been talking this real. He's been talking like this.
He
Yeah. Rob is a real guy. Rob is real. He talks.
I agree, 100%.
He doesn't make up stories.
Yeah, and I'll
He's not trying
disagree
to
if I disagree with him. He knows that.
Yeah, and we can agree to disagree. You know, I think, you know, the bigger picture about tonight, guys, this is great content, man. I'm just saying, I'm enjoying the panel. Oscar, Lloyd, Blue, Vinny, Jess, you guys are fucking awesome, man. I mean, I don't get on here often because I work almost 65-hour work weeks, man. But I got off of work tonight with a little bit left in me to jump on and just talk football, guys. So thank you for having me.
No problem, Rob. Anytime. You know, I'll let you know anytime.
Hey, give us your last words. We finna end it because
yeah,
we got a special guest here. We got our niece. Got our niece right there.
She been switching milk and stuff.
Hey, where's her Dallas Cowboy gear though? I don't know why.
Don't worry, I got Giants one. Send them to her. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Jesse,
she can use that as a diaper.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got you, Blue.
We had a good live stream. Rob Bate, what you got for us to end the night?
No, man, just what I just said about that. You know, you have a beautiful baby girl over there, man. You know, congratulations. You know, congratulations once again. I have 3 daughters of my own, and I love them with all my heart.
Oh, wow.
You know, with that being said, I just want to say thanks for having me. Love you guys. You guys are family to me.
Love you too, brother.
You know, regardless for rocking Cowboys, Giants, you know, the thing is we all love football. We're all passionate fans, and you know, I just love you all.
Love you too, there, buddy.
Jesse, what you got for us?
Yeah.
Great show, guys. Great show, Chad. Whoever's in the chat in there, good job. Let's continue this. How many weeks left there, Vinny?
88
Randy?
days.
88 days, people. 88 days. So
good number.
Let's stay calm. Let's see what happens with the real practices. And go Big Blue. I'll see you guys on the gridiron. And let's end this, guys, quick, because I know Lloyd's got to finish breastfeeding the girl. So go ahead.
Man, shut up, Jesse. Vinny, what you got for it?
I was just gonna say, go Cowboys winning the Super Bowl this year. Just letting you guys know. Get off the friggin' train or get off the fucking tracks. I don't give a shit. I don't care if Dak is quarterbacking. I don't care if it's fucking Milton. I don't care if it's Hal. I don't care who the hell it is. But we're winning the Super Bowl with somebody. Hey, have a great night. It was a very energetic chat. Everybody was hyper and stuff in there, but it was excellent. Thank you.
Yeah,
outstanding.
I ain't never seen Jimbo get loose. Jimbo was getting loose in the chat.
Jimbo, my boy.
Jimbo. Yes, sir.
Good job, Jimbo.
Yeah.
Randy, what you got for us, Randy?
Well, I enjoyed going down the wrong way path again. On this Dak bullshit. You know, every time we go down this path, we get lost somewhere in the woods, and we can't find our way back to the road. But honestly, you know what? I need football to get here fast because these chats are going crazier and crazier, and I just need live football again, guys.
Hey,
welcome to the channel, Meatball Run. I see Meatball Run on there.
I will see.
Yeah. Oh, he's been there. Thank you, Meatball.
What you got for us, CZ?
Well, I thank the chat, thank the panel, and we'll see you again next time.
What you got for us, Blue?
Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, chat, for showing up tonight. It was an awesome show, you guys. A nice debate, Rob A. Thank you for showing up always. You're good people, man. Vinny, that was awesome. That was pretty cool. Now, it was a good show.
for that point.
I love the Vinny debate. Vinny came with
I love when Vinny debates. You know, he's in for his team. He's a fan.
You didn't have his pastry today. That's why.
Shut up.
What?
It's Blue's last word, not Jesse.
Yeah. Jesse, mute your ass. What the hell? Go over there and smack your New York ass. Yeah. But no, thank you guys, everybody. Oscar, CZ, Rob, Jesse, Benny, and Lloyd. Man, it was a great show. Later.
Great
peace.
show.
Lloyd?
Oscar.
Oh, Oscar. My bad. Oscar.
Yeah, it was a great chat. I want to thank everybody. It was not. It was nice. It was a really, really good chat. That's what it's all about. It. But remember, like Rob A said, at the end of the day, we're all family. So it don't matter who you cheer for. You know, we all have family, respectful. It was a nice, great chat. You know, everybody just went back and forth. That's the way it's supposed to be. We're all passionate about our teams, and that's what we do. We can agree to disagree. You know, it doesn't mean any of us are wrong. It's just our opinions. We're all passionate. Vinny's passionate. Rob passionate. Jimbo, you know, everybody loves their team. So, but at the end of the day, you know, we're all family, and I'm glad we have these chats once, twice a week. The more, the better, you know, because some people look forward to them, and I know I do. Especially when guys Rob A come in and everybody else comes in. It makes the chat a lot more fun and entertaining, and keeps us grounded. You know what? Sometimes it can't be all one-sided. You need people to come in and keep, whether it's a Cowboy fan, an Eagle fan, a Giant fan, or a Washington fan, grounded. So you need guys like Rob A or CZ, Jesse, and whoever else you want to bring in, Momo. They're very helpful to, you know, keep us grounded and see things in a different light sometimes. So always a pleasure to have everybody here, and want to wish everybody a good week.
And I also want to say happy birthday to the Kid Brown.
Kid Brown. Happy birthday.
Kid Brown birthday.
That's what he said.
Yep.
Kid Brown. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Kid Brown.
Yeah, the Browns suck.
That's besides the point. No, actually, that is the point.
Y'all, we had a nice live stream. Rob A, appreciate you coming in. We appreciate you trolling in the chat. As usual, it ain't gonna stop, y'all. That's Drew. We appreciate everybody coming in. Rob A, we appreciate the knowledge that you bring when you come talking about football in general.
Yeah.
And like I said, you're more than welcome to come on here anytime. I didn't know you was trying to get on to CZ had said so. Y'all, we appreciate everybody from the panel to the chat. We're growing. We got some things brewing. We got some things working. We got some giveaways, y'all. We got some giveaways coming up.
Give it away now. Give it away.
Giveaways coming up.
Takeaways.
Everybody, y'all. We appreciate it. And y'all keep supporting the channel, and we try to. I need to do more videos, like videos to bring more. Keep the audience,
more content
keep the subscribers more aware of what's going on. Yeah, we do live streams all the time, but I just need to do more videos, you know, more content. That's what we're working towards. We got a great team here when it comes to Blue, CZ, Oscar. We got a lot of things going on that we're trying to bring together. Jesse, Randy, we got a lot of things going on, and y'all just bear with me, because I got a lot of things going on outside of this too. Of course, everybody
got a new baby girl.
So we appreciate it.
No, actually, it's new baby boss,
and we're growing. We're growing. Before we go, I want to say we got 436 subscribers.
Thank you.
What, 64 away from
500.
Yep.
Come on, you guys. Come on.
So
hit that subscribe button for Blue Virus and next level.
We appreciate
already did, Blue.
Oh no, I'm saying go ahead, sir.
We appreciate everybody, and until next time, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Can't even end the live stream.